Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is 16 Shadow. Welcome to another video game discussion. Today, we'll be talking about the Nintendo Switch presentation of 2017, and I'm not alone. I'm with a special guest this time around, and it's
Moo! CowsCrazy here.
I talk about you a lot of my Let's Play videos, of course. I don't know if you watch all of them, which I know we kind of don't,
I
which is
pop in
fine.
and out.
I know, I know. Um, and if anyone doesn't know, he's actually one of the featured channels list. He's like literally number one or two. If anyone really wants to check that out. And I wanted to talk to you mostly today about like one game, but I kind of thought, you know what? Let's talk about like the whole thing because I know you have a lot of interesting things to always say to me. In my personal opinion.
I have
So,
lots of things to say, and if anybody has ever heard in the past of Honest Tom's podcast, that used to be my outlet when big presentations like this would come about. But now that he's retired from the podcast business, this is kind of nice to come on this little thing here, and I can vent about everything I hated about the Switch.
oh really? You don't love anything about the Switch?
No, I do. I just like to complain.
Don't we all?
Actually, I'm really, really pumped for the Switch, but I'm still gonna complain anyways.
Oh my god!
Because it's
Like,
what I do best.
there's some things I was concerned about, but then when you talked about the presentation, kind of made me feel better, but still concerning.
Yeah, but okay, so basically on that whole thing of complaining anyways, the first thing I'm gonna say here is, does everybody remember how pumped they were when they did the Wii U presentation?
See, that's what I
Don't
was
tell me you
thinking too.
weren't. Don't tell me you weren't. Everybody was pumped. Everybody was excited. Okay, so let's not get ahead of ourselves here and look how shit the Wii U turned out to be. So let's not get all overexcited here that the Switch is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. What they might
Since
really be
sliced bread.
doing, okay, my concern is what they really might be doing is completely killing their business. We could be seeing the end of Nintendo. This is really a make it or break it system for them. This thing has to succeed, otherwise they are screwed, man. They are big time screwed. Because they might believe that they're not killing the 3DS business. They are. Let's be honest here. They're killing the 3DS. This is a portable system and it's a home gaming system. They're trying to combine them into one, and I think that's great, but you have to get all those sales from a sales point of view, because if they don't, they're screwed. They're screwed.
Do you think they're gonna be like Sega if they fail?
Um, wow. I don't
Because
know.
I
See,
thought that too. Because I don't
I
know.
really don't.
Like,
If they fail, that's a whole other discussion. That really
I
is.
know, I
That's a
know.
whole other discussion because if they fail and they don't, and they decide we're not making consoles anymore, could you really see Mario or Zelda on an Xbox or a PlayStation? Could you ever see that happening?
No, but we said the same thing with Sonic.
I guess so, but this feels bigger because Sega was only around. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older. Sega
Well,
wasn't around that long, okay? Sega was
well, in
around.
Europe it was. In Europe it was.
Sega had a few consoles, really in the grand scheme of things, but they weren't around that long. Nintendo's been around a really long time now. They basically saved video gaming from the crash in the 80s there,
Yeah,
you know? So, I don't know. It just. I think it'd just be. I think it'd be more weird than Sonic. It'd be more weird.
yeah. Especially how many IPs they have. That feels more iconic than just Sonic. You
But
know.
let's keep the optimism going here. Okay, but I'm gonna say the launch lineup is really. They are all in on Zelda. All
Yeah.
in. 100% all in on Zelda because if they did not, once they announced during this presentation that Mario Odyssey, which they're calling this game, was not going to be ready for launch, then I knew that Zelda had to be because There was no way they could launch this console without Mario or Zelda. That would
See,
have
I
been that would have been devastating.
see. I wasn't
So
thinking that during the presentation. I was just like hyped for the announcements because I don't know. Like I just wasn't thinking it. That was really. I was not thinking about that. I mean, yeah, I was thinking that Zelda was gonna be the last thing they're talking about that day, and it eventually was. But when it came to the announcement of the actual day, I was thinking it's like around launch or launch, But because they have to also correspond with the Wii U release too, which I don't know if it might break
they're
sales
not
for them or
talking
not.
about that.
I know, but
They will
that's what I
not
was
talk
thinking
about the
about.
Wii U release. It's going to get released very quietly, probably on the same day as the information, but they don't want to talk about that. They want you to get the Switch. They want you to get the new version. Um, the only reason it's coming out on Wii U is because they basically have promised it would. So
Hey, it's just it. I even told other people about this. Like, it's basically like Twilight Princess.
it is, but honestly, if they were smart, if they were really smart, they would tell Wii U owners to go fuck themselves. They,
I
because
really
really,
liked my Wii U. I mean, I
when was the
wasn't.
last time there was this much hype for a Zelda game? It's probably been
Um,
since Twilight Princess, right? Like,
well, I don't know.
Skyward Sword was big, but it wasn't like it lost its luster pretty quickly. You
Oh, then
know,
yeah, you're right. In a way, yeah.
okay, there's a lot of hype for this game, so I would tell Wii U owners to go fuck themselves and get a Switch
Yeah. And
because
the better thing if they even sold if it was backwards compatible, which is not. It's not at all.
it's yeah there's absolutely no backwards compatibility in this game in this thing. Um, I'm hoping they will have a large virtual console lineup.
I
Um,
think there is because they're supporting the eShop again, which could, migrate a lot of your Wii U and possibly 3DS
well, I'm
titles
hoping
onto the
I'm
Switch.
hoping they don't roll it out slowly like they always have. Why don't they just release the entire freaking shop like they have already? Why do we have to wait months or years for the same game to come out again? And that's and they're probably gonna make us buy it again, which is very very frustrating. On
Yeah,
PlayStation, any game I bought on PlayStation 3, I got, you can carry over to PlayStation 4. You don't have to buy it
and
again,
Vita.
right?
Yeah.
So it's very frustrating. But let's look at this opening lineup here, and just imagine Zelda wasn't part of the lineup for launch day. You would have Super Bomberman,
Very excited.
Skylanders,
Sucks.
uh,
I don't
Just
like it. Sorry.
Dance,
Yeah.
and 1-2 Switch, which honestly looks like a piece of shit for $60.
It does, cause
One
they.
two
I
Switch
don't know if
could
they really
be
show any gameplay. I was confused about the whole trailer. I get the whole. It could be like a rock paper scissors kind of thing, and I understood that it could be with people locally, like next to you. But they didn't really, talk if you could do it online with other line. Which I don't know. I mean,
I
it could
didn't get
work.
that either, but like, why are you basically promoting this game that is basically the Switch's version of Wii Sports, and you're gonna charge people full price for this game? It's gonna bomb big time. This should be your demo game that's included with the system.
Yeah, but we haven't had one of those in a while.
Got one, well, not that long. We got one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it happened to be one of the best-selling things of like all time or something like that.
Well, it's only counts as a
Because
sale
yeah,
because it's free.
because with
just
the
like
Wii, I know,
just
but
like Mario Brothers 1 is still one of the best-selling games of all time because it came with the system.
I know, I know. But yeah, I'm just not excited at all for 1-2 Switch. Like I didn't even like. It looked promising at first. No lie, the first part of the trailer because it's like two cowboys, And I'm like, okay. I don't know why it remind me of one of the launch titles for the Wii around the same time. Red Steel. I don't know why it reminded me of that. And I still own that game, and I don't want to own
I
that game
think
'cause I
Red
know
Steel
it's
was probably better than 1-2 Switch.
yeah. It reminded me just for that because of the Cowboys, but that was about it. And then once I was like, okay, and then they did a little like showdown with their guns and stuff, and then like, okay, I thought that was gonna be a game. I thought, And they're like, oh no, you could do more things. And I'm like, oh, not really. Don't want to do that.
The other game they hyped really big was Arms. What
I
did you
don't
think
like
of
the.
Arms?
I don't like the name of it. Just arms. I mean, I seen some people come up with better freaking names. Like even if it was something stupid like 1, 2, punch or something. Like it's just so dumb the name. Like it could
It's
be forgettable. It doesn't have anything remarkable. The name, just the name. I know I'm trashing on just the damn name. I just don't like the name. It's just stupid as hell. But the game itself, it looks interesting. It to me, it could have been a punch out.
it
It could have just
could
been
have
like
been.
punch out with just fists and not I don't know anything else. But I don't know. It looked interesting. It's kind of weird. It looks like like what do you call it? Like a spring.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it looked like that with like the arms, and I can understand how it can be used with the Joy-Con controllers. I can see a lot of potential there, but I don't know if that's just gonna sell me for a $60 game. I mean, I don't know. It looks interesting. I like the music that was playing in the trailer, but I don't know about the actual game.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. I'm not too sure there either. Uh, so other than that, they have a lot of other games coming out. This seems to be a very big role-playing game, RPG system. Lots of RPGs are slated for this.
Oh yeah, I know. Even two of them that's been released on another console before PS4 is coming to the Switch now as a Game of the Year edition, basically. If you don't
Lots of
know,
RPGs.
yeah.
So you got Xenoblade, you got Skyrim. You're
Hmm.
gonna have some Japanese RPGs. It looks like
Do you
you're
know what that one
gonna,
is?
huh?
Do you know what that one is?
Which one?
The Japanese one.
There's more than one Japanese one. I can
Uh,
see
I,
like
like
several
I can
listed
think
here.
of Dragon Quest and stuff. I know that one,
There's
but
like three
th-
Dragon Quest games coming out.
I know, I know that I'm excited for one of them, and it's not even the main series one. It's just like if you don't know, there's Dragon Quest Heroes, the one
Yeah.
that came out on PS4 like 2 years ago, and the sequel's finally coming out, and I just really want the sequel more. But I'm excited that they're releasing the first one as well with the bundle. It's pretty excited for that too. Um, but yeah, sorry, go on if you want to keep talking about RPG.
If I want to talk about what?
Keep going with RPG.
Oh, that's really about it.
Well, with Dragon Quest, I am not the biggest fan. I'm interested in the series. I know everybody's like, oh, start with whatever number, like 4 or something. But I don't know. I feel like I want to play 8. That was the one I was really interested in the most. And I owned the first one on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is called Dragon Warrior, and that's still it. Besides Dragon Quest Heroes and Swords on the Wii, that's all I have Dragon Quest related. Um, for what was it? This was like a weird name. I had to look it up again. It was a Project Octopath Traveler or something. It's by Square Enix, and it's another RPG. That one, I thought it was the sequel to Bravely Second on the 3DS because the art style looked exactly like it, and that's just a series that is basically replacing the Final Fantasy turn base to its own series. And I thought it was that. I really thought it was that. But like, no, it's not. Or it could be. Just they haven't talked much about it. But it looks a lot like the two games, Bravely Default and Bravely Second on the 3DS. And then there was one. They just. Oh, sorry. You want to talk about something about that?
No, no, go ahead.
Okay. And there was one that I'm like, I've never really played a single one of. But I'm just curious of what it is. It's they just called it Shin Megami Tensei. That was it. And it looked interesting. The only thing I even knew it was Shin Megami before they said it was Shin Megami Tensei is because of a clown on the trailer. Because I know of the clown. It's like a
Yeah.
white,
On the list of
purple
games here, it doesn't
clown.
have a title, but it's gone out of the way to say that this game is brand new. It's not a remake. It's not a port. It's a
Brand
brand new game.
new.
It's going
Okay.
to be an original game. Shingo Megami Tensei or whatever.
Shin Megami Tensei.
And I think they have to do that. They have to tell you that because as I look down the list of games that they've announced that are either that most don't have a release date yet, but they claim they're coming out in 2017.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot of games on here that are ports and remakes, and that concerns me a little bit.
I know.
That
There's a few
concerns me a little
titles
bit.
there that I'm aware of
Let's
that
see. Shovel Knight coming out again.
again,
Uh, Mario Kart 8 again.
again.
Why is this not like? Why are they giving us Mario Kart 8 again? Like, if you already
I,
have it on Wii U, I guess they're assuming nobody bought Wii U, so they put it out again.
well, I thought of it
But
as in
if you
maybe Game
did
of the
get it,
Year.
this doesn't look like a game that's worth the upgrade. Like what you're gonna get new in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe looks like just enough that would be like for DLC almost. You'd get like some battle stages. Maybe you might get another course or two. I don't know if they officially
They
showed off a new
they
course.
actually spoke about earlier today that there would be no new courses.
No new courses.
No new
Wow.
courses.
Wow. That's
That's what they officially said, but Nintendo can lie like, oh, there's new courses. Then later on, maybe like when it's not selling as great, they might just make new courses because they had to
that's
make new courses for battle mode because that's the actual battle mode we wanted.
that's a little. So basically, you're just getting battle mode and the Squid Kids.
Yeah, that actually made me like really excited just for the Squid Kids, which are they're called Inklings. But I know you never
Hmm.
played Splatoon. Maybe you have. I don't know.
I don't
but
know. Personally, though, I don't know if you noticed though.
huh?
Now, but when I saw the lineup of all the racers,
Yeah.
nobody's talking about that one racer isn't there.
Wait. Uh. Shoot. Is it obvious?
It is to me.
Is it a character we don't care for or we do care for?
Um,
'Cause I don't know.
I basically gave you the hint there.
I
It
wait. It
is
is.
to me.
Oh, really?
Really.
Like, I can understand it didn't show it, I guess, but I mean, it could be an actual game.
I don't know. When I look down the list, there is no selection to pick your me. Will Mii's even be on the Switch? They've already announced that they're getting rid of Miiverse.
Yeah, Miiverse and Mii Plaza
Yep,
and Street Pass.
yep, dead.
Yeah, it's gone after
It's
Wii
gone. Uh huh.
U.
So, will there even be Mii's on this system?
I don't know.
Yeah?
That's a really good thought. I didn't think of that.
That was the first thing I thought. Well, I always use my Mii, right? All the time.
Yeah,
We,
you use your
all the
Mii like
time.
everything.
So that was the first thing I noticed is that it wasn't selectable there.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't think of it. I was excited for Dry Bones and Bowser Jr. and
Hmm.
of course the Inklings and there's probably another one. Oh, King Boo. But I did not notice the Mii's.
So it just makes me think, maybe Mii's are dead. Maybe, that's not a part of the Wii U because
Me, yeah, it was for Wii.
for Wii, and they don't want to think about Wii anymore. Wii is now a dirty word. Wii, wee, wee, wee,
it's
wee,
a
wee, wee.
it's a dirty word.
It's a dirty word. Wee, 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 wee. I think in the future, know how they had the at one of their convention things here, I think it was in the UK, where they had the Switch event. They had this hall of systems, and you would go in and you could look at all the old Nintendo systems. And
Oh yeah, I know
apparently,
what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. Apparently, you went around and people were saying, "Yep, they have every system in their hall. Oh, except for Virtual Boy." I think in the future,
Really?
yep,
Wow.
I think 30 years into the future, when they're having another console release for a futuristic console, you'll have another hall of systems, and they'll all be there except for Virtual Boy and Wii U. That one won't be there because they don't want to think about that one. I think
I
Wii U is. I think Wii U is like their biggest mistake in a long, long time.
I personally think just the name itself is a personal mistake.
Yeah,
Just the
that.
name. Like a lot of it for
Probably.
Wii U worked, but not everything. And
I
I
think
do
they
blame the
panicked.
name. I do blame the name, like a lot.
The
For
name
this,
is
yes.
bad, but I think they panicked when PlayStation 4 was coming out and all that, and They hurried up their system. They wanted to beat them to the market, and they were not ready. Okay, the
Yeah.
gamepad is similar to what the Switch is going to be with the pad and the Joy-Cons. I think Switch is what they really wanted. This
What?
is the system they really wanted in the end. And that this should have been the system. Like, if you went from Wii to Switch, that would have been a significant improvement.
True. Are you gonna be one of those people that brings your Switch on the go, or are you just gonna leave it at home? Because me personally, I feel like I'm just gonna leave it here at home because that's what the 3DS and the other handhelds are for me.
See,
For
that's what
me,
I'm saying. I think the 3DS is dead. I think it will be dead. I'm definitely going to be taking it out on the road. It comes out March 3rd, right?
yeah, March 3rd,
Less than a week
worldwide.
later. Less than a week later, I'm down in Florida to see Zelos, so I think I'll be taking it with me. You know, I'll only have one game because, but it's the only game I need. I'm buying a $500 Zelda game here
Do you feel proud of that?
because I don't. Have you pre-ordered?
Yes, I heard it pre-ordered. I took $50 out of my savings just to pre-order it, just in case I change my mind or not. If I change my mind, of course I get my $50 back. But if I
You
don't, I
did
get
get
it
your
launch
$50
day.
back.
Yeah,
But
but
I
but
think
but it's just to pre-order just so in case I do get a copy 100%. Because I remember how the Wii sold like crazy, and I could not get a copy for like months.
exactly. So why just get your $50 back? Why not be smart about it? And if you can't afford to pay the rest to actually buy the system, why not sell your spot in line to someone?
I didn't think of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Why have you done
Yep.
that?
No, I haven't. But if they're going to limit if there are already reports out there that GameStop is not taking any more pre-orders because Nintendo will not promise them more Switches. So if their production is already behind, if they're going to be screwing around again like they were with Wii, like they were with Wii U, and like they were with what is it? That Nintendo
Um,
Mini Nintendo Mini or whatever the
oh,
hell they called it.
the NES Classic.
Classic, yes.
Yeah.
Nobody could get those at the beginning. So if this thing's going to be the same thing, you know people are going to be out there and they're going to want it. I would sell your place in line.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I just
Hmm.
did it because in case maybe I do want it launch day. So that, just
Your
for
place
that.
in line could be worth your 50 back and another 50 to somebody.
True.
It could be, you know.
Yeah. And for just for Zelda, I'm not sure if I want it on Switch. I mean, I still have a chance on Wii U, which I know people are just like, let's get it on the Switch anyways. Da-da-da-da. Like I know, but I don't know. I feel like if I can still use my Wii U, why not? You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Well, that's just me.
I'm
I don't
packing
know.
my Wii U up and it's going to go in my museum. My museum of systems.
Isn't your museum the closet?
Yes, it is.
I remember you told me
Actually,
that ononce.
it's not
And,
really a closet, it's like a drawer.
oh, okay. I remember you told me something like that once because what was it? I don't know. You told me something about like the GameCube Game Boy Player or something. You told me like, oh, I have to take it out of
Yep.
somewhere.
That's the only system to have ever made its way back out of the museum.
What's still in there? Like PlayStation 1 and I don't know what else. I'm assuming PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1. Oh, no, actually, I lied. PlayStation 2 had to make its way back out of the museum because
Really?
while I was LPing Star Ocean 3, I found out that PlayStation 3, while it is backwards compatible, it wasn't very good at running some games, and that game happened to include Star Ocean 3. At a certain point, it froze up and jammed, and I read online that it's because the system just wasn't backwards compatible enough to handle it. So I pulled up my PS2 and continued on.
Somewhat the same thing with me. When I got the Wii, I put my GameCube away, and then when the Wii U came out, I put my Wii away and took out the GameCube.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. The Wii is away.
And the Wii U uses, both Wii U and Wii games, so
Yep.
that's the biggest thing. And I'm probably gonna be continue to do that because Switch doesn't support it anymore.
My Wii has only My Wii is now back out. Actually, that's three systems back out of this thing. Huh. I
Um,
forgot. I took my Wii back out because my brother has homebrewed it for me, so I can now use it
uh,
as a virtual console, basically.
yeah, I've been wanting to do that, and someone told me he's gonna help me do it like 3 weeks ago. So, but I don't know. But yeah, the only other console I have not taken out in so long, and I only LP'd one thing from it because it was a bonus video. My original Xbox. Literally a big part of my Xbox original games are playable on 360, except for five. Just five.
Just five.
Just five of my games are not playable on 360.
I also see another game here listed that's going to be a port, I guess, or a remake. That I don't think maybe it did. I don't know how well it did in sales, but I think it's an underappreciated game. I see Lego City Undercover
You know, I've
coming to
been
the
wanting to
Switch.
get that, but I think they said it's $60. I think.
I don't know how much it's gonna be, but probably, maybe. I don't know. Um,
Because in a way, for the consumers, I think it's a stupid idea to get that because if you can still get on Wii U and it's for 20,
yep,
why not just get it for Wii U then and not 60 for Switch? If it's 20 for Switch, awesome, cool. I mean, that's
probably not. Probably won't be
probably
20.
not. But
No.
yeah, I mean, as a selling it wise, yeah, it's probably a stupid idea for someone for 20 because it has the word Lego in it, and a lot of kids will be wanting to buy that because it's Lego or getting it from their
I
mom or
think the game
dads.
is great. I think it was one. Yeah, I think it was an amazing game, and I think it's very underappreciated. It's probably a future LP on my channel at some point.
Oh,
I think
awesome!
it
Because
was.
I've
I think it was excellent, but yeah. So
remember when I
I am disappointed that it's a just a
port
direct port instead of a
something
sequel.
new. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
I'd I'd, I'd prefer a sequel to this game because I like the characters. I liked the story that they were telling, and the humor was pretty good. The prequel that they put out for 3DS is it's okay, but it's not that great. Like it's because I think if I would have played it first instead, I would have been fine. But there's really long loading times, and it's difficult to play. And there's a fog of war, I guess you could call it. You can't see very far. They try to render the city, but they can't. Like there's huge limitations on the 3DS, so it's much better on Wii U.
Wii
So
U. Yeah, actually, that's one of the few games that's on that list I told you on the Wii U earlier of what I'm trying to get. That's actually one of them. And I know it's just $20, but I'm just saying. Um, I don't know what else is there. Because I know there's a port of something that we all know DBZ from us, but the rest is it's XX Dragon Ball Z X4X. I don't know why he's excited for. I mean, yeah, he's a Dragon Ball Z fan. Of course, the
right,
name applies, but he's playing it right now, like not at this moment in time. But he was playing it literally last night. I was talking to the guy. Dragon Ball Z Universe 2 is coming to the Switch, and he's like, "I'm gonna buy this again." I'm like, "Why?" Because there's literally nothing new about it. It's just a port. And he's like, "I just want to do it all over again because that's how much fun he had with it." I'm like, "But you're still playing the game. Like you're not even 100% in it." And he's trying to, and he's like, "Nope, just gonna buy it." I'm like, all right, because I can't tell him yes or no, but I'm just like it's just obvious if you already have it on PS4, why you wanted to get it again because it's literally your favorite game of all time or something. But I don't know. I
uh,
don't know. That's just weird to me. But
do you remember the Sega series Wonder Boy?
the Wonder Boy, the Wonder Boy, the Wonder Boy. Uh, do you mean I don't know. I keep thinking Alex Kidd, or is that a console? Or the Wonder
No, I think
Boy?
that's different. Wonder Boy. Oh, maybe it's out. No, hold on. No,
What's
I think now
Wonder?
you're
Okay,
confusing
just
me.
yeah, explain it.
Wonder Boy, there was three games. I think it was a series of three games. Uh, platformer, that's
Oh,
for
is it
sure.
is it on Master System and Genesis maybe?
The first two were. Did the third one go to Genesis?
There is one on Genesis. I know what you're talking about. It's Alex Kidd in Wonderland. Is, is,
Maybe.
It's either that. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Alex Kidd series. That's what they're officially called.
No, no, it's the Wonder Boy series.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
The actual person's Alex Kidd. That's his name.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's referenced and even in like Sega games, like was it Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing? Not Transform, but the
I
first
feel like
one. He's like a playable character. He's on a bike.
I felt like Alex Kidd was a different character.
No, that's him. The one with like he can expand his arms, or not his arms, his his fists or something, and he wears red with a jumpsuit or something.
Yeah, that's a completely different game.
Then which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about Wonder Boy.
I
Alex
don't
Kidd is
know.
completely different. Alex Kidd looks like a monkey, and he has big
Okay.
ears.
Okay, then explain me Wonder Boy, because I'm probably am thinking of
Alex
someone
Kidd
else.
was definitely on Master System.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy is different. Wonder
Okay.
Boy is definitely different. According to this, yeah, I'm looking it up now. According to this, there were actually 5 Wonder Boy games. But anyways, the first 3 are what I remember the most, and they were definitely Oh, yeah, they were all on Master System. But anyways, the point is,
Okay.
the point is, the spiritual successor to the Wonder Boy games is coming to the Switch. It's called Monster Boy.
Oh, really? I didn't know that actually.
Yep, Monster Boy will be coming out for the Switch. It's also coming out for PlayStation and Xbox One. So that will be interesting. I'm sort of semi looking forward to that. I don't know what they're gonna do, but could be a nice nostalgia trip here for me. But then again, they could also fail, much like what was that? Mighty Number 9.
I don't think it'll fail as that bad. I mean,
Yeah,
that was a
nobody can fail that bad.
Kickstarter for peak's sakes, and they failed that somehow. I don't know how the hell you can fail that. I really don't. Like every other Kickstarter that's even came out before or after that time has been more successful than that game. Like as of critical, not critical. You know what I mean, reviewing wise and all that.
'Cause
Uh,
people gave them money to make Mega Man. He didn't make Mega Man. He
I
made a
know.
robot game where you defeat other robots, but he didn't make Mega Man.
Yeah.
And people gave him money to make Mega Man.
I told a few people I played another game that was kind of like Mega Man, but no one really mentioned it much. It was called Azura Striker Gunvolt, and the sequel came out the same time Mighty Number 9 came out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really liking Mighty Azura Striker Gunvolt too, and people were like, I hate Mighty Number 9. Fuck this game. Fuck Deep Silver. Like, all right. I mean, I get it. I mean, even I bought it launch day for Wii U, and I heard a complaint, which I was kind of scared to even boot it up ever again. That there was
Yeah, it would brick
it
your
was like a
system.
brick your system, and I heard it was false, but I don't know.
I didn't open mine or put mine into my Wii U for like 2 months
Because of that? Yeah,
Because
I
of
was the
that, yeah.
same exact way. I was actually kind of wanting to play. Give
I
it a
waited
chance.
till I was 100% sure that it had been patched, and I got the download and all that. So
Yeah,
it's-
I got the download too, but I still haven't put it in because it says there's no like official saying that anyone's actually got their Wii U's bricked. It's just someone put it out there. So I don't know. That was just something I never tried because I'm still afraid to do it to this day. So, but yeah, as in another Switch release that I'm not excited, but I'm happy it's coming to Switch because it'll be the first for the company. So there's a series called Disgaea, and a lot of their games has been on the PlayStation only, and there's been some on like the portable Nintendo, handhelds like DS and I think Game Boy, but never like a home console. And it's Disgaea 5 Complete, and the one that was released 2 years ago is called Disgaea 5 Alliance of Vengeance, which I own that.
so
It's
that one's not complete.
it's not complete, no. Well, to let you know, the company's called NIS America. They bring over a lot of Japanese RPG games to, well, America, or just everywhere else in the world. And that series is over the top RPG the whole time. Like over the top, like They do the like most silliest, like craziest moves just to do one fucking move. You know,
Yep.
and that series and a lot of other series they released by that. Yeah, there's a lot of DLC, like a lot. You take like 30 minutes downloading all of them if you really wanted to, and that's just like pressing okay, download go like that, not like actually waiting wise. I done it with like one of their games. It took so damn long because all the DLC was free at some point. Um,
How about Street Fighter 2 coming? Street Fighter 2. Did you hear this? The
yeah,
number 2.
we're on
Like,
5 now.
aren't we? I thought, aren't they working on 6? I thought they were working on 6.
I don't know.
But Street Fighter 2, when I was a kid, was almost a running joke on how many different kinds of Street Fighter 2 there was. Okay? Like, if
It's
you
still a
would've
running
kept,
joke.
and apparently it still is, because here comes another one. Like, I thought we would move past this.
I
But
thought
no,
so too.
we're getting another version of Street Fighter 2. And the weird thing is, it's been so long since they came out with a new version of Street Fighter 2. I'm kind of excited.
I've bought in the last year the anniversary collection on the PS2, and it's Street Fighter anniversary collection, which has Street Fighter like was it Ultra Street Fighter 2 Turbo or something? And then
In
there's
this one, it's called the Final Challengers.
Challengers. Yeah.
So, is the word final put in there to make sure that they are never going to make another Street Fighter 2 game again? This
I thought that
is really
too.
the end. And do you think there's anybody out there that owns every Street Fighter 2 version?
I say yeah. There probably really is someone out there
There
that has like
probably is.
every single Street Fighter 2 version, and maybe not even that alone. Maybe every Street Fighter video game version ever,
If there's a streamer out there,
including like not even the actual fighting ones, like the puzzle ones and the fucking racing one, which was a fucking racing one, and even a chibi version one I've seen before. It just a bunch of just says Street Fighter 2, and it's just oh my god.
if there's a streamer out there that owns every version of Street Fighter 2, I would like to throw down a challenge to you, my good sir or
I feel
woman.
like you'll lose.
The challenge will be to start streaming on a particular day of your choosing at exactly midnight, and you will, or actually it could be just any time, whenever you want to start, but you will have exactly 24 hours to defeat every game in the Street Fighter 2 series. Could it be done?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on that.
Me either. But I think it would be interesting to watch.
It would be. He's like, all right, turning on Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter 2. wait, hold up, wait, really quick.
You don't have to get that
do
technical.
you mean? Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, do you
You
mean
don't have
like
to- you don't- it
every
doesn't have to be for
version,
every
like
system.
ported
No.
and?
I just
and-
mean regular Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Special Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Alpha A or whatever, right? There was like
yeah, X Alpha or something on PlayStation. I saw that on PlayStation. Yeah.
yeah, any game that added a new character or changed the moves or whatever. Just anytime they changed the name of the game officially, that's a new game.
What about Street Fighter 2 Arcade?
It's
I know it's the same thing as Street Fighter
I don't
2.
know if there's any differences between that and the actual original port. So
You watch, there'd be someone on the internet that's like, well, technically it's 1.5 fast. Like, fuck that shit. I don't fucking care. But yeah, I know what you mean. That would be pretty
here we
insane,
go,
but
here we go.
interesting
So
to
there's
watch.
the World Warrior, there's Champion Edition, there's Turbo, there's the new Challengers, there's HD Remix,
Yeah, it's on PSN
there's
360. I don't know.
Street Fighter 2 Alpha or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think there's more that's not listed here, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I actually own Championship Edition, Turbo, New Challengers, Ultra because of that collection. the chibi one because of that collection. I don't know what's it called. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think I got them all. Here we go. We got Street Fighter 2: The World Warrior,
Okay.
and if you wanted to get really technical for all systems, there is a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of just the World Warrior. It was ported 7 times.
Oh my god.
Championship Edition. Let's see, how many ports are there for
That's-
Championship? 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
6.
forgot my
Also
dog's in there.
7. There's 7 ports there.
There goes my dog.
Then there's Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 6 ports there. Then there's Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 ports there. Then there is just Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Not Hyper Fighting, just Turbo. They took the name Hyper Fighting out and made another new game. Okay, so, and this time, there are a lot of ports. Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different ports of Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Then there is Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition.
Oh my god.
But there were only 2 ports of that, so that one's rare.
Oh wait. Wait. I think I know. What's the ports on that? I think I've seen it
It
before.
was only PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Okay, yeah. Then it's just the one I have. Okay, the PS2
Yep.
one.
Okay, then these are not officially fighting games, but they do contain the Street Fighter 2
Name.
name. Yes. So there's Street Fighter 2 Pinball.
This is a pinball. The fuck?
Yep. Street Fighter 2 The World Warriors card game.
Oh my
Street
god.
Fighter 2 LCD game. Street Fighter 2 board game. Street Fighter 2 spinning
wait.
top competitive game.
Wait.
You
Wait.
you put them in an arena and you have to spin the tops and they battle. Do you remember those things?
Yeah. Spinning tops. Yeah, spinning tops. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there is a Street Fighter 2 slot machine.
God. They just love the name Street Fighter 2. Not even Street Fighter. Just put 2 at the end.
Now, I don't know if you're going to count Alpha as a completely different series. They do. I didn't really think it was, but if you count the Alphas as also Street Fighter 2, because they didn't get the Street Fighter 3 until after Alpha. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions of Alpha.
God.
So-
I didn't even know that. I have the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology on PS2. That I thought there was just 1 and 2 and something else, but I didn't know there was 2 more.
But
God.
since then, they've actually been improving and not getting so crazy. Street Fighter 3, they only made 3 different versions of it. Street Fighter 4, they only made...
4?
Oh no, they got worse again. They went to 4 different versions.
Okay, yeah.
But they went to 4 different... No, actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3... No, I'm sorry. They went 5 different versions, but they kept the ports to a minimum. So, Street Fighter 4 got ported to Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. And there were also some iOS ports of it, apparently. But then there was Super Street Fighter 4, and then there was Super Street Fighter 4 3D, and then there was Super Street Fighter 4 AE.
I forgot that.
I don't know what AE stands for.
AE.
And then
Oh,
there was-
arcade edition.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then there is Ultra Street Fighter 4.
That I
Now-
have that one.
Now, this is the most amazing of all of them. I cannot believe this. This actually shocks me, but I haven't really kept up with it. How many versions of Street Fighter 5 do you think there are?
Are you serious? That game came out like a year ago. I thought it was only PS4 exclusive, so I'm kind of surprised you told me how many versions there is.
That's the surprise. There's only one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can't believe they've actually self-controlled themselves. That they have not made another version yet of this game. There's only the one.
Okay. I thought you were telling me like there's I don't know like a pinball version or something too. Like what? I was like,
But
wait.
it's been a whole year. But usually
Well,
when they have an exclusive like that, I think after a year, isn't the time limit up and they're allowed to start making others? I don't know what their deal is there, but
I don't know.
sometimes that's usually the deal.
I know they did that with Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider. It
Yeah,
was an Xbox One exclusive for a year, and then
yeah,
PS4.
yeah. They did that with Star Ocean 4 as well. It was an Xbox exclusive for 1 year, and then it got ported to PS4.
Yeah, I know some other games too, but I just can't think of it right now. Dang, I did not know that.
But anyways, we were talking about the Switch.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. You want to know every single Street Fighter version ever released?
You can edit that part out and just upload it separately as a complete Street Fighter topic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But as
All
I
all
go
I
down the list of
all I
Switch
know
titles
about
here,
that the final challengers. All I know that they have Evil Ryu and Violent Ken, and that's the
I
official names of the two characters at the end of the trailer.
that's exciting.
I don't know why they're called Evil Ryu. I can kind of understand if it's like the evil version of him, but why Violent Ken? I mean, it just sounds so kind of dumb.
There's a game on the Switch list that I've never played. It's actually the 18th game in the series. I've never
The
played the first 17,
the
but I
18th
am
game.
very interested in number 18.
What's
Um,
number 18?
I will not purchase this game. What I should do though is start a GoFundMe so other people can buy the game for me.
What is? Wait.
And then
What?
once it's purchased, I will be forced to LP it.
I'm trying to think. What's the 18th game? I'm looking at a lot of the games. I want to say it's one of them, but I'm not sure. Is it Super Bowman R?
No, I'm afraid not. It
Okay.
actually says 18 in the game, and
Oh.
it is Farming Simulator 18.
Oh. No, I don't think there's actually 18 of them. I think it just goes by the year, like 2K 18 or
But we're only in
17.
17.
I know. Maybe it comes out like
Are
in
you
the
telling me
middle.
this is a futuristic game? There-
Well, okay. No, you have to know what I mean. Like with WWE, like, oh, if this is 2017, let's see, like, okay, a couple months ago, it's 17 came out, and then it'll be 2K17 because it'll be for the next year following. So I'm assuming it's 18 will be for the next year following. So I'm
But that's a
assuming.
sports franchise when they do that,
Well,
2K. So
I
I
know.
understand that's for the 17-18 season, so that makes sense. But you don't have, what, is this the next exciting season of farming?
Like, oh, well, okay. Well, I ever told everyone I was a game out.
Welcome
Stop.
back, everybody. I'm your host, and here we are for another round of farming here. Let's see what our farmer's got going on now. He's got a brand new tractor. He's got some hay, and he's got a whole bunch of cows. Let's see if he can udder those cows real good. Oh yeah, pull on those teats. That's what I
Well,
want to do. I
well,
want to pull some freaking teats.
because I seriously think there is like a year of them because I worked at GameStop just as a seasonal, and every time I was putting stuff away or convincing people to buy anything, especially for the buy two get one free deal, I kept promoting that the most. I always saw Farming Simulator 15, 16, and 17. Especially how 17 was the newest one. So I'm pretty sure it is a yearly thing.
Alright, well, let me click it here, and I'm going to read all about it. Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah,
It is a yearly thing.
I just don't know how many they actually made. I'm aware of that series since like 5 years ago. I don't think they actually made 10 versions or whatever versions of it.
They have made a version every year since 2013, except but for some reason they skipped 2014.
Maybe that's where their money was
Oh no,
really
they
kicking
didn't.
in.
2014 only came out for mobile phones.
Oh my god, mobile phones. Jeez.
That's weird. Same with 16 apparently. 16, 14 and 16 were skipped on the PC, and they were phone only.
Yeah, I remember being on Xbox One. I saw a lot of that. When
That's
I was, selling people stuff. But
But you're right, yeah. Farming Simulator 13 came out in the year 2012, and yeah, they all came out the year before. Yeah,
yeah,
so
so there.
apparently there is a farming season that I don't know about.
Yeah, maybe
I hope they make the playoffs this year. It'll be great.
the playoffs is. Oh god.
like so, like they apparently they're cool enough to think they're like a sports game. Okay, all
Hey,
right.
there's been a lot of freaking simulators. Like I remember there was a stupid one but people liked. It was like Goat Simulator, and they don't really thank God they don't have it. Made that yearly. But I don't know. Maybe it's the same people that made Farming Simulator. I don't know. I think it has to be because who else would put the name Simulator into games? It's
Yeah,
basically,
yeah. It's
I don't
gotta be
know.
the same people.
It has to be. Freaking the playoffs.
So this is probably one that I see on the list that you are probably gonna know more about. It's
Okay.
not the official name yet,
Oh,
but
yeah. I'm pretty sure I know which one you're gonna tell me. I think
is this a new game though, or is it just gonna be another port? Project Sonic 2017.
it's a new game. Yeah, I went into depth.
Do they
Uh,
make like a new Sonic game every year? Is it like a sports game too? Is this the
uh,
new season of Sonic? Is Tails gonna make the playoffs this year? Is Dr. Robotnik gonna bounce back from a bad season? Is he gonna get the top draft pick? Like, I don't know what's going on here.
all right. So what we understand so far is that the developers told us it's not uh, continuing from Sonic Generations, even though it kind of is, even because they showed off classic Sonic in the trailer. And a lot of us has noticed, of course, that the trailer shows the whole city destroyed. So there's a big theory going around that Eggman actually took over the world for once. And at the end of the trailer it says "Join the Resistance 2017," and that makes us all think, "Oh yeah, there's a resistance trying to take down Eggman." So I don't know, but as of late they announced it's supposed to be a third character that's playable. Don't know if it's true, and it's supposed to help modern Sonic and classic Sonic take down this threat. And I seen a few people think the same thing I was thinking. It could be for some reason Metal Sonic, but it could literally be anyone else like Tails or Shadow or Knuckles or anyone else. And this game, it's gonna be really big. I really wanted to be Sonic Adventure 3 when they announced this a couple months ago at the Sonic Boom event, which is the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. And it, it, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. It's just that there's so many things that you could think of what this could be because it just says join the resistance. Uh,
Well,
and
how
I
about
seen the TV shows, the games. I played and beaten literally half of them. I don't own all of them. I want to own all of them. I know a lot about the Sonic lore. The comic books is just kind of out of there, but it could be a lot of things. And then I saw a funny one. It could even make sense because how realistic it could be is that in a TV show called Sonic Underground, the whole point of the show was to take down Eggman because he took over the world, and it also says join the resistance. But that was a show made by D-I-C, not Dick, I know.
Oh, I always thought it was Dick every time.
I know, everyone knew.
Dick.
So that I don't know, that it could literally be that somehow anyway, but it it's just gonna be exciting to see how it actually turns out to be because there's been no new footage, nothing new since then. A lot of people have just been speculating, and the only news we got is that there's a possible third playable character.
See,
And
if I was them, I know there's
and
probably good marketing for them for this join the resistance or whatever, and showing off a post-apocalyptic world is all shocking and stuff. But I would have left it as a surprise. I would have had you just buy this game thinking it's a Sonic game, and then in the first level, you automatically get the Eggman, and you probably think like many other games, always just a little thing majig. But then he can you know you'll lose to him somehow, and then I don't know. He can capture Sonic. Maybe he can actually kill Sonic. I don't know. Uh, or maybe he can just teleport him to somewhere else in the universe, and Sonic has to make his way back. And when he does, Eggman's already taken over, or something like that.
It could be that. I mean, to let you know, Sonic has died once in the games, just once. I know you
Then
didn't know that, and
no, I
it,
didn't
it's
know that.
very stupid and everybody hates this for how he comes back to life, and it's in the most hated game of all time, one of them.
Let's see. It's they cloned him.
The what him?
They cloned him.
Oh no no
No, no. Okay,
no.
I'm trying to guess how he came back to life.
Oh okay okay.
Um, let's
I thought you were
see.
guessing the games. Like oh no.
Nope, nope, nope. Tails gave him a kiss and he woke up.
You're actually not far off, but it's not.
Oh
No, it's
shit!
not Tails. It's not Tails.
Are you kidding me? The female Sonic thing just kissed him and he woke up.
No, not Amy. You want me to just tell you?
Uh, my only other guess would be some sort of time travel, but
This game does have time travel, but it doesn't have to do with time travel.
okay. So how'd they bring him back to life?
So it's in the game Sonic 06.
Which everybody hates.
Yeah, that's what I said. And so there's a princess called Princess Elise, and if she cries, of course, the end of the world is happening. Like literally, if she cries any time in her life, the end of the world's happening. It's
Okay.
a stupid plot right there, I know. But what happens when she kisses someone? She brings people back to life, and that was the only way.
Seriously.
Yeah, and then she's like, "We should get the Chaos Emeralds to make it better," and that's literally what they did. That's literally what they did. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dum
Go go
dum
go
dum
go go
dum
go.
dum dum
Just,
dum 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 dum.
it's literally it, and it's just oh god. The only thing I gotta really say credit for the game for Sonic 06 is the soundtrack. It's actually very good. That's it. Just the soundtrack. If you want to go listen to the soundtrack, do that. Just you don't have to play the game.
Alright. If Zelos is listening, she's probably been waiting for me to bring this up.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you are you pumped for Puyo Puyo?
yeah. Well, Puyo Puyo Tetris, you meant right?
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Um, yes, actually, because I've been wanting this to come to North America for about 2 years.
And this is getting an actual North America release, right?
Yes, an actual
It's not
North
like
American release.
it's not like you can just get it because they did announce this is region free.
Yes,
which
I was actually very surprised about that. That's like even the way they just sorry, really quick, going off like from just like, hey, we thought about this and yada yada yada, and we're making the console region free, and I'm like, oh, the possibilities.
Region free is good. Region free is great. But, you know, an actual North American translated English game would be great because maybe then I can actually learn what Puyo Puyo is. What the fuck's a clug?
Oh, so I've actually some way have played the PS3 version of Puyo Puyo Tetris. I own a Japanese account on the PlayStation 3 network, and I only do that just for literally downloading games for demo wise, for a lot of my demo games, and I do it on the YouTube channel, and I played it. I haven't even like recorded it, but it's literally one of my favorite demos because it lets me play Puyo Puyo or Tetris. And I'm not really like the biggest person to play both games, but what I've played on both, I feel like I'm more better at the Puyo Puyo version than Tetris.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm better at that. Even though I still don't know what I'm doing half the time, I feel like I'm better at it, and I've been winning more. Even when I put the characters to hard, or whatever, harder and harder difficulty.
I just
Because
feel
I
like
feel like
worst case scenario, I have a Tetris game to play.
yeah, because I feel like I've been doing better on the Puyo than the Tetris. Because the Tetris, you have a certain shape you have to put in, and in Puyo Puyo, you just like here is two colors that's going down at the same time, and you can kind of correspond with that. So I mean, if you're like, imagine this. Imagine if the world player of Tetris is playing the world player of Puyo. That would be like the most interesting match I've ever seen. And I don't know if that's ever happened, but that'd be so interesting, especially. Imagine if you could just imagine this, and I know you probably could, because I know you're good at Tetris, right? I'm assuming.
I'm okay. I'm probably better at Dr. Mario than I am at Tetris.
Okay, well let's imagine that, and then and then you're playing with Zelos, and you guys are both good with your both versions of whatever the hell you play of that type of game, and it gets exciting, because she's good with this one and you're good with that one, let's say. So a lot of that is just like interesting to see how it turns out to be, because I didn't know I was better with the Puyo. I thought I'd be better with the Tetris, but I'm not. Which it makes more sense for me because I've actually played a lot of Pokemon Puzzle League on the N64, and it's like that. So, yeah, I'm actually very excited for that. Yeah, I mean that's the only way I've ever played it, and I've been wanting to literally import that game on the PS3 for like a year. But the thing is, to import it, it's like literally the same price of actually buying a brand new game. So it's like I've always been on the fence about that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna understand Japanese, so I don't know yet. And there's actually been some games I've been importing that's never came to North America. That's playable on like PS3 and PS4 because they're region free. So I'm very excited about that. Very.
Alright, so what did you think of the Mario trailer? It's getting a lot of slack right now.
Really?
I'm hearing lots of bad things from people about Mario in the city and in the real world, how he looks stupid compared to the human people. Because isn't Mario supposed to be a human?
Yeah, actually,
so
you're right.
Why does he not look like the other humans of this city?
True. When I first saw the trailer, the first few seconds before we actually knew it was Mario, I thought it was another Bayonetta game. because on the trailer of Bayonetta, and I played through all Bayonetta 2, and I'm blinding right now Bayonetta 1. And in the games, there's a city that looks exactly kind of like it, except without the Mario references, because I didn't pay attention the first time. That it looked like Bayonetta City. Like, it looked like that one place. Like, okay. So I was expecting Bayonetta or something. And no, I was like, Mario, what? And I was like, I was excited. I wasn't expecting that. No way I was expecting that.
But they've done in-depth analysis, and apparently this is a Donkey Kong city.
Yeah, I've seen the analysis of that by IGN and GameXplain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen both of those.
I've seen them both of them, yep.
Oh, you actually have? Okay, cool. Yeah, New Donk City, and I saw like Dixie Theater, and how everything is somehow relating to a hat, like a top hat. And I don't know why, but okay. Who knows? It could actually be the plot of the game. I don't know. And
it sounds like it's gonna be.
And in the trailer shows like maybe Bowser is getting married or is married to Peach because she has like a different tiara going on, or it's a crown. I don't know now. And I don't know. A lot of things is happening, and I've noticed that the Koopalings are not in it, but instead of these rabbits. And I'm thinking to myself, there was this rumor that apparently Mario was supposed to be like the Raving Rabbits. Maybe this rumor wasn't that like extremely far off. Maybe it did have something to do with the rabbits, and maybe those are the damn rabbits. And in my mind, maybe that thing that's in the actual hat, because we don't know what the hell it is, or just a magical hat. I don't
rabbits
know.
In a hat.
Maybe
right?
it's an actual rabbit in a hat. Like maybe it's something magical with this fucking rabbit. For all I know, it could be the rabbit from Super Mario 64. I don't know. It could be anything.
Oh boy,
that'd be awesome. But but I don't know. It's really interesting to see what's in that damn hat. Because I mean, I don't know why people forgot. I mean, there's been other things in Mario's hat before, like the Luma from Galaxy, both Galaxy's games. He's actually had a Luma in his hat so he could do the spin thing. And I know he's had something else in the hat before. But I can't remember what it is, but I don't know. I'm excited for the game. I really am because they explained it like it's Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine.
I think he had didn't he have a feather in his hat and then he called it macaroni?
I don't remember that. Like in the trailer?
Oh man, never mind. I was joking. That joke went right over your head, though.
It did.
So never mind.
Just tell him. Oh, okay.
Come on, man. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni.
I haven't heard that. No, I haven't heard that sing along in years. Like elementary. I'm 23 years old. I have not heard that in so long. Like literally, I like. The biggest sing along I remember from elementary was like that New Orleans song with the top with the cats or something. That was one I remembered a lot. I don't know why that one, but I did. I think it was just the rhythm I liked of the song. I don't know, but still, um, I'm very excited for the game. I'm actually curious if it's just going to be a one player game or it's going to be a two player. Maybe Luigi will be in the game somehow or something. Do you think?
It looks one player, but they're really pushing two, unlike lots of their games. But I don't see them compromising for Mario, especially in a 3D world. I don't know. It looks like a one-player game.
I don't know. They did have Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah, but that game was just.
I know you
I
just
don't know.
yeah. I just had to say
I
it
don't
because
know.
you kind of
That's
said it.
not exactly one of my top Mario games there of
Yeah,
all time.
and neither is mine. I'm still trying to 100% that game. It's just something about it doesn't always appeal to me about it.
No.
But the overall thing, I don't know. Maybe it has to do something with Donkey Kong. I really don't know. I mean, with all the Donkey Kong references, uh, for all I know, maybe people are just fucking getting married. Bowser's trying to get or did get Peach, and Donkey Kong's going with Paulina. I don't know.
I
Wouldn't
I
that
don't
be a
know.
thing? Wouldn't that
I
be a
just thought
thing?
it would be fun if they returned Donkey Kong to being an evil character. Maybe he's Mario's nemesis again.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to get that girl again. He's just feeling
I
it
don't know.
again. He's lost his mojo. Now he's getting it back.
Exactly.
But like I said, I am very excited for it. I really wish it was a launch, which it's not. But I mean, for the
They said
overall,
Christmas time, right?
yeah, they said holiday of
Yeah, yeah.
2017. Like that was like one of the minute ones I had to know about when it was coming out. Of course.
Well, I think do you know what? The way it looks, it's probably really, really close. That they could probably release the game at launch, if not shortly after. But that holiday 2017 is a strategic move, not a it's going to be ready then. It's more we're going to hold it off so we can sell it big at Christmas time. This is going to be our Christmas time advertised game. Mario's coming out, buy a Switch, buy this new game. That's going to be their marketing ploy for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I'm very excited for that. It's like literally, I don't know, like the most exciting thing for me, not on the Switch, or just the announcements. But yeah,
All
very
right,
excited.
next up, they have listed Untitled Pokemon game. Now, here is the question I pose to you, my good sir.
Okay.
Do you believe this Untitled Pokemon game is going to be like ones we've seen in the past on main consoles, like Gale of Darkness or whatever? Not a main series game. It's going to be like one of those different styles, right? I've never
Mhm.
played one of those yet, but maybe I will in the future. Or because the Switch is a portable system, do you think it's going to be an actual main series game?
Well, I don't know. It could go really any way on all three of
I
the
know, it
answers.
could go either way.
Okay, if it was like a main console Pokemon, not main series, but like Gale of Darkness, like you said, I really wouldn't mind that. I really did like Coliseum, but the most one I love the most is Gale of Darkness, and they're in one region. It's not even part of the main series. It's called the Oran region, which I don't care if you know or not because you're not
Nope.
gonna.
Duh.
Yeah, I know, and like it's its own thing. It could be its own new adventure. Of course, it could be like basically a brand new game, and not saying, "Oh, it's the 8th gen" or something, nothing like that, or even a sequel to the 7th gen stuff. It could just be its own thing. I'll be super fine with that as long as it's a good game, and or even if it's like a remastering of either Coliseum or XD Gale Dungeons or both or something. Of course, I'll still love that game because I love both of the games. Um, as in, if it's a spin-off, like maybe Pokemon Battle Evolution or Snap or anything like that, of course, me and anyone else in the internet would say, yeah, I want a Pokemon Snap too. Like, it's just super simple and easy to say, but we wanted it on Wii U and it never happened. Even though it's funny, literally like a week ago, they just released Pokemon Snap again on the eShop.
Yes, yes.
It would just like, oh yeah, iconic. And if it was another Battle Evolution, I think I would like it mostly to be a Pokemon Stadium game because at least you had more options and you could have put your maybe now 3DS Pokemon into this newer like game like you did with Pokemon Stadium because Pokemon Stadium you can get the Game Boy / Game Boy Color games into the 64 and play it on there. If it was something like that, I really wouldn't mind. It'd actually be really cool. Because I really like the Stadium games too. But if it was something like another mystery dungeon, like I don't know. There's too many of them already. And there's actually 3 Japanese exclusive mystery dungeon games that never came to North America, and they're on the Wii Shop channel. Uh, and if it was a main series actual Pokemon game, I will be freaking out. Cause yeah, I
If
played.
it's a main series game, if it's like
If it's
Gen
if
8,
even if it
okay,
wasn't Gen A, let's say it's a sequel to
or even a
freaking
sequel
A,
to Gen
Sun and
7,
Moon, Sun and Moon. Yeah,
whatever, okay, if it's a main series game, then that is 100% confirmed the death of 3DS.
yeah, because Pokemon is literally the main thing going for
Yeah.
Nintendo's
That
handheld.
is the end of 3DS if that comes out. And that's. I think that could be one reason they're really hush hush about what this game is.
Yeah. For all I know, it could be that rumor of Pokemon Stars. Have you heard that rumor?
I've heard that too, but they didn't. But I, from my knowledge, I don't know too much about the future yet. But from what I've seen, they have not released a third series game in 2 generations now, haven't they?
Main series game in 2 generations. Like, what do you mean? Like, as in console
Like
wise?
Platinum that I'm playing right now is the third game
Oh, that's what you
of
meant.
that thing, right? The first 2 came out, and then Platinum was the third one that came out later, right?
Yeah,
So for
in the
Gen
last.
5, which is X2,
No, that's
Black and
6.
White, right?
Yeah, that's yeah, yeah,
Right? There
yeah.
was no, there was a sequel, but there was never a third game, right? And
Right.
then there was X and Y, right?
Yeah.
There was no Z.
There is no Zed. It
And there
could
was
still be a
I
thing,
know
but
at the
no.
time there was zillions of rumors that it's obviously going to be Zed, the third game, but that never happened.
True.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean now. I mean, even if let's say it is the sequels to that, like Sun 2 and Moon 2, or something dumb like, or maybe they get creative like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, like call it Luna Sun or something, and Shining Moon or something stupid like that. Who knows? It
But think of this though.
what?
Here's the one thing I was talking about it in my LP recently,
Okay.
and the 3DS is a very limited system on how much you can pack into its memory.
Right.
Okay? Like, it's big, but it's not big enough to hold everything Pokemon could possibly do.
Right.
But take a look at how big the world of Zelda is going to be. It's going to be fucking gigantic, right?
Right.
Okay, what did they say? It's like 12 times the size of Twilight Princess? That's huge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be a huge, huge world. So now, don't you think if they really, really worked on it and they took their time, okay, even if it took a year and a half or 2 years to make this Pokemon game, don't you think they can make a game on the Switch big enough that you could go back to other regions like you did in Soul Silver?
Yeah. It's super
Yes.
possible. Like it's
Yes.
super. Yeah.
And that would freak people the fuck out. Like, isn't that like what one of the biggest selling things now to lots of things are is retro, 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 right?
Yeah.
So if they made a new region, but then, hey guys, we're all heading back to Kanto. Oh yeah, people would freak the fuck out.
Yeah, I would be one of them. I'll be like dying waiting for that
Yeah.
game to come out, like I did with Diamond and Pearl back in the day.
Yep. And then, do you want, because it's so fucking big, you could have your main story, and then you could meet somebody at the end, and they go, oh, I'm from Kanto. Want to come with? Yeah, we do. And then you go to Kanto and you collect all the badges there and you're having so much fun. You're just freaking out and you get to the Pokemon end and there the fuck is red or blue or whoever the new champion is. You can do anything you want. Maybe you could even take one of the people from, maybe you can even have like the Misty as the champion now. Who knows what's happened, right? In
Right.
the time you've been away. But you can just freak somebody out by a different champion there, okay? And then once you beat that champion, you think the game's over, they can even roll the credits and then the game starts up again. They go, hey, Johto's right next door. Why don't you go there? Holy
right
shit!
next door.
Whoa! I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Cool. And the Switch is big enough to do it. So
I know.
Why wouldn't you take advantage of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Game Freak. Come on, Game Freak. Get with it.
Yeah. I mean, I would totally love that, like, so much.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Everywhere would be like, take my money! Money! Gimme!
I mean, yeah, like, basically. It's like, let me just take money out of my savings, anything. Like, literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And then, once you're done in Johto, you can roll the credits again.
uh-huh.
You could put the end. You could fade the black. You could go back to the title screen. But if you push start, you'll be like, oh, you still want to play? How about you just go on vacation? And then, boom, you're back in the Aloha region. Bam! Oh, shit, you went on vacation.
So you like Aloha region, even though that's the 7th gen, and just skipping 3, 4,
Just
5.
boom, yeah, it doesn't matter if you skipped it. Doesn't matter. Just boom,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
wow.
You're making me too happy with this. Man, but God, that would be such a sight. Such an announcement if that was super true, you know?
No, again, they shouldn't announce it. It should just be a surprise.
I know. But there is one thing I came to mind. Remember the game Pokken Tournament?
Yes.
Okay, so it came out earlier of last year. And
Yes,
there hasn't been any DLC characters, and my theory, it could be that game. And I don't want it to say it's that game. Because there has been an actual announcements of the DLC characters, but they've only been in the arcade versions in
I
Japan.
think it was that they would have said.
I
They
don't
would
know.
list it as untitled Pokemon game. That just doesn't.
I mean,
I don't know.
Even if so, they could just hype us up for stuff like that, which, you know, it could be true. And it could just seriously be like another Pokemon tournament. It could just be like, oh, here's all the DLC characters now, which is just literally
But do you know
4.
what?
It's just 4 Pokemon.
Switch is so big.
I know.
Switch is so big. So when you're done your vacation and you're leaving, somebody could go, hey, your Pokemon's really strong. Why don't you take part in the Pokken tournament? Boom! Oh, boom!
The Pokemon tournament.
Whoa! Boom!
Okay.
Another game. Boom.
I don't know why. I thought you were saying the Battle Frontier. I was like, okay. Oh, man. But I don't know. I mean, I really would love that. But I don't know. It could just be Pokemon Tournament. Because the only 4 DLC characters to even announce was Empoleon, Krogunk, which we meet in Pokemon Platinum. So you'll get there. And Scizor and... God, who was the other one? Darkrai, which literally 3 of those I just said are actually in Platinum, so you haven't even learned like about 3 of them.
I will see them eventually.
Yeah, you'll see them eventually. I'm not gonna tell you what they look like or anything, but well, okay, one I don't think you're ever gonna see. It's a event only Pokemon.
Oh, well, that's a shame then.
Yeah, but the other 2 you will see, like regardless, you will see.
At this current pace, I'll catch up with Pokemon somewhere around Gen 12. And then I can finally participate in events.
Just to participate in events. So eager for the events. Man.
I don't get any special Pokemon because I'm so many years behind.
I know. Well, the only way you could even activate events is through Action Replay. That's the only way now.
Let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? Well, I guess we should talk about Zelda's trailer a little bit.
Well, there's a few other things, not just Zelda, but okay.
Did you notice Zelda taking a bath?
I I don't know. I think I noticed it, but I didn't remember it.
It's a
Or
very quick shot of her in a pond, standing with
oh,
her
okay.
back. Okay, it's clearly that I don't know if she's bathing, but it's that iconic image of how like there's always that
That
in a
picture
movie or
that people
something
uses
a
the
man.
most.
There's in movies and stuff. There's always the man that comes through the jungle and he comes across the bathing beauty in a pond, and that was clearly that shot. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it looked like. Okay, she wasn't naked, but it was still that shot. And I'm just like, that's a risque shot for Zelda. Like,
See, when you said like taking a shower or taking a bath, I don't know why I literally pictured like her in a bathtub. That's why I thought. I was like, that's why I was like, it wasn't coming to mind.
No, that would have been funny.
Or just sexy in a way, but
But they really seem like she's gonna play a big role in this game with her sobbing and crying on
I
things
know.
and
I
stuff like
that part I was like, whoa, it got like really
Yeah.
emotional in that
Well,
part.
here's the thing: if she's in, here's one thing that really stuck out to me.
Huh.
Okay, if she's in the game this month, she's taking her little bath. She's crying. She seems to be also some kind of a warrior too. There's times where it looks like she has weapons and she's ready, and like she might be some kind of a helper person to Link every once in a while. I don't know, but something that stood out was a male voice that said, "Please save my daughter."
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was about to say that.
Exactly.
So is this
if we're
the
assuming
mom of
that's
Zelda?
no,
Oh,
how
okay.
could we be saving? Why would we be saving her? She clearly seems to be all right. She's
The-
not kidnapped. She's right there. She's in the pond. She's crying on our shoulder. How? Why do we need to save her? We already have her.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody else that we need to save.
What if it is like a mom or something, or like I don't know, the king or something. I don't know. No. You know what I mean? But I don't
Well,
know.
I'm assuming that's who's saying it is the king.
I mean, I don't know. It could be anything.
I know.
Sort of. I mean, like, even imagine this. What if that person, it looks like Zelda, and all this, and it's weirdly enough, it's not Zelda. What if it was like that? Like what
That
if
is possible.
what if like it's literally a daughter of the Zelda that we all think it is, but her name is like something like Zelda, or just like, oh, it's just not Zelda, but it's Zelda's daughter or something.
What? Yeah. It could be Zelda's daughter, and Zelda still is kidnapped, and the king would still say, "Save my daughter," because that is his daughter. He didn't say, "Save my grandchild,"
Yeah.
because it's been 100 years, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
Maybe.
it is her daughter.
I don't know. Like,
But if it's her daughter, who did she bang? Link's been asleep for 100 years.
Ancestor? Oh, I know what you meant. Oh, wait. What?
Boom.
Oh, fucking cows.
What,
That'll
she
be
go into
interesting.
the sleeping chamber and just, ride away while he's asleep? Woohoo, yeah.
Who
Who's she
knows?
boning? That's her daughter. Yeah.
God, but I don't know. I don't
Also,
know.
I love this part.
What?
Timeline theory.
Oh, the timeline.
Timeline theory.
I'm
we
bad
go.
with I'm bad with this part. I don't even know where technically it could be anywhere in the timeline. I
There's
really don't.
only one place that makes sense to me right now, even though the timeline doesn't make sense. But that's another argument completely. But there's only one place that makes sense to me, and if they don't put it there, they're wrong.
Okay.
They're wrong. They're completely wrong. But
No,
it's already wrong.
I'm just gonna guess before you say it.
Alright.
Just an educational guess, maybe not even educational.
Alright.
Is it? Well, guessing. Is it after Skyward Sword?
No.
Or okay, then that was I
I
don't
would
know.
put this game in the defeated timeline. Oh no, what is it? The defeated timeline? No,
The defeated
hold on.
timeline is Zelda 1, 2, Link to the Past, and I think Oracle of Season Ages or Link's Awakening. I don't remember.
Oh, where do they put? No, no, no. I don't think that's it then. Where do they
No, wait.
list?
Well, I don't know. God, I gotta look at the damn timeline again. I don't remember the
Yeah,
damn.
that's what I'm looking at too. No, 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 no. Okay. Hero is no. This goes in the hero is
Defeated or whatever.
no, no. This comes after Ocarina of Time, but not in any of the. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's what I'm gonna
I'm
say.
looking. Okay, now I'm looking at the timeline. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, it's gonna piss people off, but the only thing that makes sense to me is that it comes after Ocarina of Time,
Mm-hmm.
but not in any of the branches.
Oh, do you think it's a totally different timeline then, or
It's
or another alternative timeline?
it's one that makes okay. If it's gonna go in a branch, then yes, it's gotta be in the defeated branch. But I don't think defeated is what people think it is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, okay. Know how they have this branch where like so it says the hero is defeated, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Okay.
right now.
Everybody assumes that means Link is you lost in Ocarina of Time or you died or whatever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't have to mean that. It could also mean that he was defeated in some other means, okay?
Okay.
Maybe uh maybe there's he wins, but you know, when this new Ganon comes back, he loses. You know, like he could have. This doesn't have to be. You know,
Uh,
I know what I want to say. I'm just not saying it right. So he could be put away for the 100 years because this Link has already attempted to defeat this version of Ganon and lost.
So you're saying it's I
It's
don't know. It's
it might be the Ocarina of Time guy, but it might not be. That's what I'm saying. So like it could be him lost. He lost in Ocarina of Time, and so they sealed him away, and Ganon wins, and he takes over the world, and now he's waking up again to have a second crack at him.
okay. I see what you mean. So, do you think it could be like in between looking at this timeline, like Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time? Then
Y- yes, but I'm hoping that some of this story makes some sense to set up a Link to the Past, because there's so much of a Link to the Past in that particular timeline that doesn't make sense at all.
okay.
Like, okay, lots of these timeline. Okay, the Twilight Princess timeline I can agree with
that
somewhat.
that's actually my favorite
I
timeline.
don't really agree with it all, but whatever. We'll somewhat agree with that. Um, the funny enough, the only one I completely agree with is the the Wind Waker side of the timeline. I think that one's correct completely because there's no way you could fuck that one up. But
Yeah, the
but the
hero of
story
trains.
between Ocarina of Time and then the next game in the defeated line being A Link to the Past makes zero sense to me. Absolutely none. Because it's almost the exact same story. Like it more makes sense that he's sealed away, not lost. Ganon is trapped inside the sacred realm. The he he got the Triforce, but he never got back to Hyrule. In Ocarina of Time, he did. He got the Triforce. He got back to Hyrule. In A Link to the Past, he didn't get back. So that feels like it should be in another timeline. It should feel like Link to the Past feels like it's in a timeline where Link comes back to the past as a kid, tells him what happens, and when Ganon goes to trick him, you know how Link takes the Master Sword out in Ocarina of Time, and that's when Ganon tricked him to get into the Sacred Realm, right?
Yeah.
This time, he would know that. So he would do the exact same thing, take the sword out, let Ganon go in and trick them, but everybody else would be prepared for it. So the sages or whatever could seal him in there and not let him out. And that's why he's trapped in there for A Link to the Past, trying to get out.
Makes a lot of sense.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It does make a lot of sense. Shouldn't be defeated. He should be the one that's defeated, is Ganon. He was trapped in there with the Triforce.
But what if let's say it's not even those three timelines. Let's say it's a totally different alternative timeline. Which is
Then they're just really fucking everybody over. But honestly, the real place they should put this, if I was gonna choose, if I ignore everything I've seen so far, the best place to put a game is after Zelda 2. Don't try mixing games in the middle anymore. Put one at the end of Zelda 2. Because, or you could even start another branch, because they've already said that you can branch off games because he dies or he loses. Zelda 2 has the perfect branch. When you die in that game, it clearly says, the return of Ganon.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. So why not make a game based off of what would happen if that happened?
True.
So, if Link dies in Zelda 2, Ganon comes back, he takes over, maybe they seal him away for this 100 years, and now we got our new game.
I don't know.
Me
But-
either. Me either. I just like to talk.
Just like to talk. Oh my god. That made me think a lot, but everything you said, it does make sense. Unless they fuck with us with something.
Oh, they fucked with us, don't worry about that.
Or they say something or do something in the game that completely throws anything off.
All I know is when the game comes out, I will be going completely blind to anything Zelda. Somebody says the word Zelda on my Twitter timeline, they're getting unfollowed. Okay?
They're getting unfollowed. They can
They're
say
getting
like
unfollowed.
they can say something like, "Oh, hey Cows, I really loved your Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Let's Play. Unfollow you." The fuck?
Okay, if they say something about the game,
Okay, like
Zelda.
they have to say in actual like sentence wise, Breath of the Wild or Zelda or Zelda
I cannot
Switch.
risk.
Like
I'm
that's
I'm not
like,
taking any chances that I'm going to get spoiled on this game. Okay, so I either A, have to take months off of my life and ignore the internet.
months
Okay,
off
and
of my
Twitter.
life.
Okay,
I don't think it's
Well,
gonna take that long
it's
to
a
beat the
huge
game.
game. You think I'm going to beat it in a couple days?
If you 24/7 did it.
But yeah, nobody's going to spoil this game for me. So be wary out there if you want me to continue to follow.
Hey
you.
cows. Cows. I have something important to tell you about Breath of the Wild.
All right.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it has Zelda in it.
Oh shit. I should hope so.
I think there might be grass and apples and
I
a
didn't
horse.
see any apples.
Okay, really quick, there actually is an apple. Yeah, they showed it off in the gaming awards of not the last year but the year before. They showed like him getting apples.
I can't wait to just put the apples in the pot, cook it up.
Like you could actually hit a tree or something and you get apples. I'm actually very surprised you don't know that. I don't know why. Just
I don't,
apples.
I don't know that. I'm gonna get so sidetracked though. I'm gonna get so sidetracked in this game because the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm not probably even gonna play the actual game. Like I'll be playing the game, but I won't be playing it in the way that they want me to play it, because I'm gonna test the limits of what they've promised. They've said it's an open world game, so I'm gonna see how fucking far I can go. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get
Hopefully, there's
like
not a glitch that happened in Skyward Sword that you can't take on the Thunder Temple or something. It has to be. You know what the glitch was, right?
yeah, that it was a story glitch because they expect you to do the story in a certain way, but then people realized that after the fourth dungeon, you can actually do the fifth and sixth in you can do the sixth before the fifth,
Yeah.
which they didn't expect anybody to do. But as good Zelda players, we're looking to not do it in order, and you finally let us, and then it glitched up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't do anything like that, of course. But
No, it shouldn't
I
because you're
know it
supposed to be able
shouldn't.
to do this in any
But
order.
I know it shouldn't. But just saying. Hopefully, it doesn't.
The only reason it would do that is because they really have rushed this game. Because there was so many rumors that this game was going to be delayed. But I think that was just everybody panicking because, you know, what Zelda game hasn't been delayed?
Yeah, you're right.
And now the answer to that question can be this one. This one has not been.
Maybe. That's all you have to say about Zelda.
That's about it.
Okay.
Is there anything
Um,
else you need to say about the Nintendo Switch?
There's 3 games we didn't even mention. There's
All
someone
right.
knocking on my door and I don't want to answer it.
Tell them you're naked.
It's my niece that's like 5 years old.
Exactly. So if you're naked, they can't come in.
All right, so Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Well, they didn't have the word Chronicles. I just put it in there. Xenoblade 2.
Alright.
And I know you
Alright.
can hear the knocking on the door, and I just don't want to open
Alright.
it. Anyways, I'm surprised about the name because I thought X was the sequel to the first one. So that's big part of it. I'm I'm interested in the series. I haven't really played much of it. Both games, and then the sequel. Well, I don't know the sequel. The second name title one comes, and I'm a little confused. I'm not of course if I had like a Xenoblade fan or something, then yeah, they could probably explain it a little bit. But in a way, no. And in a way, no.
Not really a fan of the series. No real interest in the game. I'm sure other people are hyped for it, though. I'm sure it'll do well on the system. But me personally, I'm not really feeling it.
Not really feeling it.
Not really feeling it.
Same. I mean, like I'm interested in it, but I'm probably not buying it like day one or anything like that. People keep knocking my door, so I'm keep ignoring that. So it's so hard to ignore it. And then yeah, that's kind of really it. Just confuses me with the name because I don't know much about it. Anyways, I know it's getting annoying. Should I answer it? Fine. I'll be right back. Say whatever you want to do.
Say what I wanna say. Do what I wanna do. I'm singing for you. She was a little Spanish treat. No. That was weird. Little Spanish flea. And something on TV, right? Or something like that. I don't know. Proud as I could be. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-boop. Ba-da-da-da-do-ba-do-boop. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-do-ba-do-do-do-do-do-do. I really wish I knew the lyrics to this song. but I don't 'cause I'm all wrong. Maybe if I remembered, there was a little Spanish flea. Oh yeah, a record star he thought he'd be. He heard of the singers like the Beatles and the Chipmunks he'd seen on TV. Why not a little Spanish flea? And then I forget what the rest is. Yeah, I remember the Beatles part though, because the Beatles, right? They're awesome. Zealous, don't tell people you don't like the Beatles. It's not cool. Like everybody likes the Beatles. And now I'm starting to run out of things to even mumble to myself, so maybe he should come back soon, you know. What else can I sing about and talk about? I really don't know. Blubbery, 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 out of shape, dude. Look at me. I'm a pear. Do 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 do. Herman.
I'm back.
Herman.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. Let's go, Herman.
Well, you're just doing this the whole time.
I was doing a multitude of things, including trying to remember the lyrics to A Little Spanish Flea.
Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry about that interruption. I don't even know what they interrupted me for, but what happened was, opened the door, my niece told me my sister wanted me. I went to my sister's room. She doesn't even remember what she needs me for. And then someone knocks on the front door, and apparently there's pizza. I'm like, "What? Are we getting pizza? What?" And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I think that was what I was trying to talk to you about." I was like, "You think? Like, what was it?" And then she don't remember.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
All right.
Alright, so the other thing I'm actually a little interested in it, but I don't know much of the series, is Fire Emblem Warriors. The only thing I'm really interested for is because it's supposedly played just like Hyrule Warriors.
Yes, it's listed as a hack and slash.
Yeah, and that's kind of really it. Like, I'm really excited just for that because I actually like a lot of the Dynasty Warriors like games. I own like the weird thing is, this is the weirdest thing about me. I don't own a single Dynasty Warriors game, but I own a lot of the Dynasty Warriors like games. So I have Dynasty Warriors Gundam, One Piece Pirate Warriors 1, 2, and 3. I have Hyrule Warriors, Dragon Quest Heroes, which is Warriors.
That's the weirdest thing about you.
Not the weirdest, but one of the weirdest things. But you know what I mean. I have all these Warriors games that's like Dynasty Warriors that's actually made by them, but I don't own an actual game that was called their main thing, Dynasty Warriors anything, like 1, 2 through 8, because I know there's 8 of them now. So I don't own like any of those actual main ones. I own all their spin-off branded other ones, which is weird and funny to me. Yeah.
Alright.
Like I said, it's weird, but yeah. Have you ever played any of them that I just said?
No.
Not
just,
even.
Just
not,
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Obviously.
I was gonna say that one. At least you had to play at least that one. I'm thinking, but
Yes, I did.
I don't know. How'd you like that?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It was okay for a little bit, but yeah.
Did you beat the game at least?
I think I did.
You think you did?
I feel like I did.
I know I did, but I do not want to get the DLCs. That's something I don't want to do. And I know, I know about the Pyro Warriors Legends 1 3DS. Same thing. I don't want to get.
Yeah, I had no interest in 3DS. I did not want to buy DLC. I just whatever. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, the biggest next announcements from like Mario Odyssey and and Super Batman R. Super Bomberman R. That was it. Super Batman R. I can't even talk. Oh my god. Super Bomberman R. Why is that so hard for me to say? Like I said, I'm excited for that Super Batman R. But wait, have you spoken about that? I totally forget.
You've mentioned it like 3 times,
Okay.
but I don't know if you want to say even more
Yeah.
about
Okay. Well, I've been told that it's not a remake or whatever of the Super Nintendo version called Super Bomberman. Apparently, it's an actual new game, just called Super Bomberman R. Uh, there apparently there's 8 players for this one, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting because I know they announced in the presentation that you can have like what 8, or I think yeah they said 8 other switches that connect to each other locally. So I'm assuming it's for that reason, or like they could just get 6 switches and then use all the Joy-Con controllers as 8 players too, or something, or whatever. I don't know how it really goes, but I don't know. I'm interested in that, and it's the only biggest thing I'm really wanting to see how it turns out because it's the first Bomberman game in a long time since Konami bought Hudson Soft, and that's the people that own Bomberman. So big interesting thing is just for that.
They bought Hudson Soft?
Yeah, Konami bought Hudson Soft back in 2012 or 13 or something.
They actually purchased it? I
Yeah.
thought Hudson Soft just closed down.
No, they actually purchased it, the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know that until like 2 years ago when
I didn't know that till
someone
this
told
very
me.
moment. Now I know who to bother to revive. Uh. Uh.
Uh,
Natopia!
oh, Hudson's made that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so now I gotta go to Konami and go, you guys own this franchise that you don't even know, so, like, revive it.
Yeah, like that was a lot of people that was mad at Hudson because they bought Konami bought Hudson and did nothing with them for like the longest time. That was seriously it. They did nothing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off a little bit too because I was a Bomberman fan, and yeah, which is say I'm trying to get Bomberman 2, the second attack, and that is really hard to get. It's it's $150 game for the 64. Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about today that I could think of is Splatoon 2. Two.
Splatoon!
Now,
Every time somebody says Splatoon, I keep hearing Spittoon.
Spittoon?
Yeah.
Splatoon?
Spittoon.
Splatoon? I don't know. How do you spell Spittoon? I don't hear that.
That's what I hear. I always hear Spittoon.
Okay. But yeah, Splatoon 2. So I knew this was going to be talked about. I didn't know it would be a sequel. Or, I was hoping it was, of course. Because we saw it in the 2016 reveal trailer for the Switch. Like, glances of it when, like, Nintendo's like, hey, look, this is the pro gaming life or something. I don't know what the fuck they're showing, but I knew it was going to be, like, a new one. Because they had different, like, styles and different controller to show off, of course, and I was like, it looks like a brand new game, but it could be all, for we know, a remastering of the first one somehow. And I was very excited that they announced, as a second game. Of course, with the new guns, new plaza-like area, which is called the Square, and a bunch of things. But the thing I'm kind of curious about is that I've heard that the new twin-like gun, it can be used as, like, pointing with both Joy-Con controllers, so one could be like angled to one side to the other. So I'm thinking that could be kind of overpowering, but maybe not. I don't know. And I don't know if you're a Splatoon fan or played the first one. Have you?
No, I have.
No?
I have not.
Do you want to?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Well, I've Let's Played the first game, of course. And I can say that now. The first game. I'm still doing a weekly somewhat episodes of Splatoon, and I wanted to do all 52 weeks to be like a year worth, but I have no idea if I'm going to do it before summer because it says summer of 2017. It could be June, July, or May, or whatever, but I'm pretty excited for that. Like some of my Splatoon only friends, people that would just plays that all the time. They're like tweeting me and texting me like, "Oh my god, do you know about Splatoon 2?" I was like, "Yes, I saw it at the Splatoon presentation thing," and people are like just freaking going crazy with me because they know that's like one of my favorite games of when it came out. Like what 2015? Yeah, 2015 did it come out? No, 14. Duh. So I don't know. Very excited for that. I don't know if you were or not, but very excited
No.
for that. Like that's all I played that year almost when Splatoon came out. It was just Splatoon like every day, every night, morning, even a Splatfest. I was like, I participated in all of them except for like the first two because I couldn't. So I was pretty excited for it. And then weird thing about me on that game was I didn't even play the story mode until I wanted to let's play it, and I'm like, it's blinded, and then I did, which was weird because I played the game for 2 years, and now I'm going to story mode, and it was just weird. Because like, oh, that's what this does, and da da da, and oh, that's the boss. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, you usually expected to play the story mode first before you go online.
Yeah, and even when I
Kind of
explain
learn.
it, even how I explain it like that, it sounds like, oh, it's just a random Call of Duty player because that's all they do, just go online, not actually playing the story. You know. So yeah, that's kind of my biggest one I really wanted to get. Next is Super Batman R, Breath of the Wild, which I don't know if I'm getting just for Wii U still or Switch because mine's still pre-ordered. And I don't know if I said Odyssey. Did I say Odyssey? Yeah, I think that's the Super Mario Odyssey. But yeah, those are like the main four. I'm really focusing on the Switch.
There's a game on this list that I would have been really, really excited for, but I misread it.
Oh, you misread it?
Yeah, I misread it. I was much more excited when I thought it was the game that was spelled with a different letter. It's actually a T instead of an L. So the game is a skiing game, actually. And
Oh, it
you
is.
ski, yeah. You ski and you snowboard and all this stuff, and it's called Steep.
Yeah.
That I don't find exciting. When I read it as Sleep,
What? You read it as sleep?
I thought, well, I thought it said sleep, and then it was a sports game, and I'm like, how is sleep a sport? This could be really, really interesting.
Oh my god.
You
that,
know,
that would be
but
something.
see, and then I'm like, it can't be that much sports because they should have said Sleep's 18. You know, the 17-18 season of Sleep.
Oh my god.
I mean,
That would have
you
been
know,
something. Like how
that
long
would have
can
been
he
something.
sleep?
How do you play a game called Sleep? That would have been very, very interesting.
In a way, it could be boring. It could be like a game is like, hey, this is how long you have slept, or whatever. Like it could just be like that and tells you how like long you should sleep or whatever. Like a boring like health thing could do,
Yeah.
or it could have been like more exciting. Like this is what you should be doing when you're sleeping or something. I don't know, or pretend you're
Could have been a
sleeping.
game about, nightmares or dreams or something.
Yeah. Well, there's a game like that. Well, kind of. Well, yeah, kind of
Yeah,
like
but it's
that.
not called
It's about
sleep.
dreams, but not about sleeping.
Yes, that would have been good. Sleep. And there's one last thing before we end this, unless you have more to say, that I need to bitch about.
Well,
And that would
all I
be-
have to say before whatever it is, 'cause I don't know what it is. I like the $300 mark. I don't think it's too expensive or too
No,
cheap.
no. Price point is fine. Yes, you guys get it at 300. We get it at 400 here in Canada.
Oh my god, you do?
Canadian dollar is different.
Oh, well,
You know.
yeah. I didn't think it'd be like. Well, wait, is that the same as us then, currency wise, or no?
Let's see.
Or is that even more? Because when you say it like that, I just thought of it like as
at
more.
the current exchange rate? It's pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close.
$299 US would come out to. Yeah, we always get ripped off here in Canada. It actually turns out to be worth $393 Canadian. So
Wow.
we're getting ripped off $6.
Wow, a whole $6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what is your biggest?
So
thing?
the price point isn't even really what I'm complaining about. We have to bit. Well, actually, I have two things to bitch about. Actually,
Okay.
so now that you brought up price point, the first thing I have to bitch about, but I expected it the entire time. Paid online,
Yeah,
but everybody should have saw that coming. You have to pay to go
I
online in PlayStation
know.
4. You have to pay to go online on Xbox. You had to expect this was happening. Now they didn't announce a price yet, but I'm going to assume it's going to be. I think it should be the same. I would expect a $60 price for a year. That's what I would expect.
That's what I would expect too. But
If they would charge if they had the gall to charge more than PlayStation or Xbox, they're out of their fucking mind.
I don't think Nintendo would do that. I
No,
really don't
they're,
think.
they. But honestly, at the end of the day, they're still Nintendo. I would and they have kids that are going online.
Yeah.
I'm and as much as they want to try to market this to an older generation, which they're trying very, very hard to, I'm still think that we might get a cheaper price point than 60 a year. I'm thinking maybe more in the 40 to
40.
50 range, maybe.
Yeah, I thought of that too. I was hoping maybe just 40
But
because
I'm thinking worst case scenario is the same as PlayStation at $59.99.
yeah, like Nintendo could just be like, yeah, we're doing 40, and it'll be like $20 cheaper than what PlayStation and Xbox does now, and they'll be like, oh my god, we love Nintendo or something.
And it'll probably be just a yearly renewal thing.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing that they haven't said.
Hmm.
They said that you would get. How did they say 1 month or did they say?
Oh, I know
How
what you
long
mean.
did they say at the beginning it's going to be for free?
A month.
A month. Let's see. So 1 month free, and here are the games: 1-2 Switch, which they didn't even say if that was online. Just Dance 17, is that an online game? Don't know.
Don't know.
What kind of online capabilities are going to be in Zelda Breath of the Wild? Limited to almost none. Skylanders, I don't know. I'm not very familiar with that franchise. Is
Same.
that an online game? I
Don't
don't know.
know.
And the only other thing is Super Bomberman, which
That
has the most potential to be online.
yeah.
So basically, you're playing Super Bomberman online for free for the first month, and then after that, every other game isn't coming out until after that, including Puyo Tetris. That doesn't come out till May, which is way past the 1 month time. Same with, I'm gonna say the trial, even if they extend it, the trial will end before Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes out.
True.
Guaranteed fucking teed.
For all we know, it could be 2 months that they could extend it to. Even
They
if so,
could.
it won't be enough.
Guaranteed it's over before Mario Kart Deluxe comes out. But anyways, the other thing I want to bitch about is, yes, I think Reggie confirmed there will be a Metroid game coming to Switch.
Oh, he did? I see
I
that.
believe he confirmed, because somebody asked him about another game. I forget what it was. They asked. It was just very funny how it happened. They asked him about Mother 3.
Oh, yeah, I
And,
heard that. I heard
and
that.
then he completely avoided the question, didn't even acknowledge he asked the question, and just said, "Well, we're in development, and we have some great Metroid games coming out for it."
Wait, that's how he said it?
Apparently, yeah. He totally didn't answer the question at all, and just tried to deflect by admitting that Metroid is coming out. So instead of talking about Mother 3, which he didn't want to talk about, he tried to get everybody excited with Metroid, which will be coming out apparently at some point for
It
the Switch.
it actually
Um,
makes sense in a way because the last entry, Federation Force, actually teased a lot for another Metroid game at the end of the game.
But so that's interesting that there's going to be another Metroid. But again, for another console, and again, it's just not there. Where the fuck is F-Zero? They have this other game, which really annoys me.
The
They have
fast-facing
this,
Neo.
Why are they allowing this game?
Yeah, fast.
Why is it not F-Zero?
I-
Why?
I know.
If they claim his thing for Wii U and Wii was that the system wasn't built for a game like F-Zero. I don't think it can handle it. But clearly, you have a similar game that does it, so why are you abandoning this franchise? This is so annoying.
I know.
And I don't know. But then again, people said that about Star Fox 2, and when they went back to it, people hated it. So
I'm not gonna lie. I was one of the people that hated it at first, and then I really got to play the whole thing, and I ended up not loving it, but I just liked it. It was pretty good for what I liked it.
I got it for Christmas. I haven't started it yet, but I'm
You'll for sure hate the first two missions. Like it just feels like, oh my god, like what is the point of this? It just felt no. But after that, you feel like it's. I understand now how they're really going through this.
Out of all the Star Fox games, which one is it most comparable to?
64.
Really?
Yeah.
The people should love it if it's like 64.
It's just the controls. People don't like it.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it's a big learning curve. Just the controls. When you get past when you get past a certain point, you understand. Like it's okay. It's fun for what it is, but it's not your favorite Star Fox game. That's for sure what you're gonna be saying.
If we're not including Adventures as a Star Fox game, then my actual favorite Star Fox game is not 64.
Assault?
I'm one of the rare few that really likes Assault.
I like Assault.
Really like Assault. I think that's the best Star Fox game. I really do.
I like Assault.
I think that was excellent.
No, I love Assault. Like it's my first Star Fox LP. Is Assault.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah, I finished it. I love it.
That's
no, I really loved it a lot.
It's a possible LP for me in 2017. It's on the list.
Better be.
It's on the list.
Like I own the guidebook. I beat the game several times, but I never 100%ed it because it's just so annoying. And when you do, all you do is
I
get
wouldn't plan
game.
on 100%.
The other game you 100%. You want to know what it is or no?
What?
Xevious. You get Xevious when you beat the game.
Xevious.
Yeah, Xevious. The people that made the game too, Namco.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 100% thing you get. Xevious.
Xevious.
Yeah. When at the bottom it says like bonus game or something and you can unlock it, it's that. Xevious. It's like an Atari NES kind of game.
Alright.
Yeah. I never done it because it just fuck that game and trying to understand it because it's too hard. Can't find all the fucking flags and all the fucking golden rings or whatever it's called if you get, and it's just kind of dumb for that.
Oh. Well, it's probably like an hour ago, but if anybody's listened to this entire podcast, earlier when I talked about, a long time ago when I talked about Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom,
yeah,
and I was reading that it was the spiritual successor to the Wonder Boy series, and you didn't know what that was, and we bickered and complained and talked about it. According to this article here, an actual Wonder Boy game is going to be coming out for the Switch.
Really?
Yes, it is not new though. It is not new. It is listed here as a remake of the third game.
What's the third game called again? It's not Wonderland, I think.
No, The Dragon's Trap.
Dragon's Trap. Why would they remake just the third one and not the other two? Or trilogy?
I don't know. Or maybe it's just listed to come out on the Virtual Console, or this could be complete and total bullshit. This could be lying. It is Wikipedia, by the way. So it could be a complete and total lie. No. Here's an actual. I found an actual webpage that isn't Wikipedia that's now talking about it. TheDragonsTrap.com. We're coming to Nintendo Switch. Wonder Boy.
Okay.
And the concept art is, yes, it is completely remastered. I don't know if there's a new game and it just happens to have the same title, but why would you use the same title? It looks like, wow. Yeah, it's an all-new art style for sure. Very interesting.
Oh, I'm seeing it right now. Well, it's trying to load, but I see one as a alligator pirate looking thing.
I see a pig smoking a cigarette.
I don't see that.
I do.
Okay.
I see a pig smoking a cigarette, and then, yeah. See, this is very interesting that they're doing it this way.
Yeah.
Because, like, Wonder Boy at the end of 2, I think is turned into I think he's turned into a dragon or something, and that's why you got the dragon's trap, because, like, you start off as being able to turn into different animals or something like that. At least that's what I remember. So, but yeah, it looks like they're remaking the game completely.
Wow.
So
That's good though.
that's very interesting. It looks good from the art that
Yeah.
I'm seeing here. So
Reminds me of
I'm a
Shantae in
little
a
pumped.
way. In a way.
I'm a little pumped actually.
A little pumped. Not so much,
I'm a
but
little
little.
pumped. Just a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. Alright, anything else?
Yeah, one question left.
Alright.
Do you think that other developers that's, AAA, like, let's say Call of Duty or anything like that, will most likely
No.
put their games on the Switch?
No. No.
No?
No. I have no faith.
You have no faith?
No. No.
Not even, like, maybe the first 2 years or anything?
I don't know. Are they on the list of developers that said they were going to help them? That are going to be
Mm,
part of the Switch?
I actually don't remember. There's, like, a bunch. If it says Activision, that's Call of Duty. But I
I
mean,
say
like,
anybody that they've announced that's going to work with them right now will, but those big games like that, I don't know. I don't see it. And even if they did, I I still don't see them competing with PlayStation
and
and
Xbox?
Xbox. The only reason to do it is to take it on the road with you, and then you can't play it online. Like you would have, like they haven't really said much about that, right? They
Right.
haven't really talked about online while you're not at home. Like, is it unless this thing's going to include some kind of, you know, 4G or something compatibility to go online?
In a way, I kind of hope not, because they tried that with the PSP Go, and that just bombed.
Yeah, it didn't work out at all.
Yeah. I mean, not they
So,
tried, but I mean, someone else tried. But,
but
maybe.
that's more a failure of the system than it is the concept. But,
Yeah. Because that thing was just all digital only. That thing sucked. But,
So I don't know. I just still see those really hardcore players not picking. I just don't see them picking the Switch to play that kind of a game. I really don't. But I could see. I do like the fact that they got basketball and soccer onto it, because I could see people picking that game. Like if they put hockey onto the Switch and it was exactly like the versions that I could get on my PS4 or Xbox, I would choose the Switch over it for the sole reason that I could take it with me on the road. I would love to play my NHL 17 or 18 by the time it came out on the road. So the fact that they're putting basketball and soccer on it gives me a little bit of hope, but not a ton. Not a ton. Because FIFA's one thing to put out on there, but the next logical step, if EA was going to continue, they would probably put out Madden again before they ever thought of hockey. Hockey would probably be third on their list, because I think they've given up on basketball. That's now 2K's thing, so, and 2K's bringing that to the Switch, so I don't know. But it does give me a bit of hope. But sports, I think, would work. Call of Duty, I don't see people doing that.
yeah,
Because, like you said, they don't even play the single player. They play online, right?
Right.
So let's say you're on a road trip. You're not playing online. You're sitting in the back of a car or on a bus or something. No, it's not happening.
Very true. In a way like that, I assume RPGs being a bigger thing for like that. You know.
RPGs, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And they've been pushing a lot of RPGs on the Switch.
There's a lot listed that are coming, yes.
Yeah,
Very
and
high.
you know how many was like on this Wii U?
Don't know.
I don't know the exact number, but it's like literally lower than like maybe 10. And I own like what, 2 that I can think of. And that was it. There's like hardly any RPGs on the Switch. Or Switch. Wii U. That's a very interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be more surprised if like Square Enix says in like who knows when, oh hey, Final Fantasy 15, because that was a big thing for them. And you know,
Star Ocean 6. What?
even if that, I would be excited. Just even if they said, hey, Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Switch, that would be a big thing. Because that's literally one of the big game I want to get this year if it comes out this year. And including the whole Final Fantasy VII remake thing going on. If they even announced that for the Switch too. Yeah, big. Which, it makes sense if it did, because Cloud is in Smash. But we have to seriously wait and see until that. The only thing left, I guess I could say, is I've heard that the memory of the internal has 32 gigabytes. And I know I heard this several times already, that the console supports SDXC cards.
Yep.
And it's crazy with how much I've heard it can support, which has not came out yet, 2 terabytes.
Well, apparently a 2 terabyte card doesn't even exist yet.
It doesn't, but
Okay.
I know it doesn't. I looked it up.
So
in
I
Excel
don't know.
too.
I don't understand how they know it can hold 2 terabytes when this
Well,
piece of technology
maybe
doesn't
they
even
have
exist yet.
maybe they've made one themselves to see how far they could actually push it, and maybe it was 2 terabytes. It just
So
not
Nintendo has made a 2 terabyte card, but yet people that work on these things and do it for their company, like they don't make a 2 terabyte card yet.
because
That doesn't make
I think
sense.
if anyone bought a 2 terabyte card, what's the point of buying all the rest of the cards? You know, they just keep repeatedly buying the 2 terabyte cards.
No,
In
you
my
would.
sense, it
If you bought a
kind of
2
makes sense.
terabyte card, you wouldn't need another card for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But then again, these file sizes only get bigger over time. I'll
yeah.
always, every time somebody tells me, whoa, that's a lot of space, that's a lot of size, I always go back to my memory of the very first computer I ever bought with my own money. I went to buy a computer, and we were talking to the sales clerk, and we're looking at different ones, and I remember the final sales pitch. I was trying to decide between a couple of computers, and the final thing that put me over the top with the one that I got was he told me that this computer here has 1 gigabyte on it. And I quote, he said, that's so much memory that you will never fill it in your lifetime.
In your lifetime.
And at the time, if
Whoa.
file sizes stayed the way they were back in whatever it was, 1991 or whatever, I can't remember what year it was, but it was a long time ago. If the file sizes stayed small, he was probably correct. But considering how progress just keeps getting bigger, uh, it was not correct.
Gosh, in your lifetime.
So yeah, 2 terabytes seems like a lot now, but
Yeah, and then like what you're telling me? Well, it's possible. Uh, 20,
5, 10 years,
30,
you know,
or whatever could
it's
be.
not going to be much.
I'm just saying, it could be like, what's higher than a terabyte?
I don't know. They probably haven't thought of the word yet. Come on, when I thought 1 gigabyte was a lot, I didn't know that the word terabyte existed.
I know there was a word. I know like Connor told me something like that before. Um,
Oh, here we go. What's bigger than a terabyte? Here we go. The next one up is called petabyte.
a petabyte.
1 petabyte. And then it's a exabyte. Exabyte.
Sounds
Exabyte.
like
And
Excitebyte.
then it's a zettabyte. Oh, I can't wait till we get to zettabytes. That one just sounds fun to say.
Zettabyte. It's 1 zettabyte of memory. Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's God. I feel like I'll be 50, maybe. I don't know.
It's good to know. It's good to know that they've already come up with words for these things. That they're fully prepared for the future.
Yep. Like zettabyte. God, it sounds cool to say too.
Yeah, but we have to get through petabyte, exabyte first before we get to zettabyte.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure we'll get to petabyte maybe in what?
by the time we get to zettabyte, nobody will even remember what a megabyte is.
So true.
Yeah.
Same thing with like a kilobyte or anything like that.
Oh fuck! I forgot those even existed.
You forgot about
I don't even remember
kilobyte?
I don't. I forgot the last time I heard that word. A
Kilobytes like maybe a picture.
No, there's no way.
Like I don't know.
Even a picture nowadays is at least 1 megabyte. I don't think anything's less than a megabyte now.
I know there's something. I remember seeing kilobytes for stuff. I don't remember what it is.
You've seen kilobytes recently.
For something. I just don't remember what it is. I don't think it's music. I don't think it's pictures.
Oh, here we go.
What?
Here we go. You, out of all the pictures, I've just put all my pictures and I told them to order it by file size.
Okay.
The smallest one I have is I don't even know why. It's not a picture of anything. It's just perfectly black, blank picture. It's just a picture of the color black.
Okay.
And it is, yep, it's 96 kilobytes.
Oh, okay. It might have been a picture. I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess kilobytes do still exist, but
Yeah.
barely.
Yeah. I knew it does. I know it did. I just didn't remember what it was for. Like, I know I seen kilobytes still. I know I did. Oh, well.
Wow.
No. I was thinking about PlayStation 4. Like, well, I remember downloading something. I think it might have been a kilobyte, but I don't remember. Might have been like a stupid treasure box or something.
Kilobytes.
Yeah.
Let's go zettabytes, though. Big. Can't wait for that. But do you know what? They don't list anything after zettabytes, so maybe if you get on this now, you can invent the word for after zettabyte.
Xenobyte. I don't know. It sounds cool to me, so.
I don't know. I don't. It might not be allowed. They use zettabyte. I don't think you can use the letter Z again.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Can't we think? Kilo, mega, giga, tera. What sounds cool? Alphabite?
That makes me think of alphabet.
I don't
I'm
know.
the Wizard of Words.
No. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe alphabite. That could be a word. All right, I think that's seriously it. I can't think of anything else from the presentation that I was like, excited for or really wanted to talk about besides everything we just said. And there's supposed to be like a way shorter video. I'll probably just cut it into parts, and then if you want to see the entire actual thing in one go, there'll be a complete version.
Oh no! Here we go. I found something. There is a word after zettabyte. I'm sorry.
Are you
I found it.
serious? What's
It's taken extensive research here to find this. Most websites are not listing it, but I do have one here that is listing a word bigger than zettabyte. Here we go. Are you ready for it? It's exciting.
okay?
Yottabyte.
Yottabyte?
Yottabyte. Y-O-T-T-A. Yotta.
Yota.
Yottabyte.
Sounds cool. A bit.
Sounds cool.
Yottabyte.
Sounds cool. Yeah.
How? like
it
who?
lists the number of bits, and I don't even know what that number is.
Like who invested
It's
the?
a 1 with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. It's a 1 with 24 zeros. What number is that? I don't fucking know.
I
I don't even know
trillion?
what
No, I
number
don't
that
know.
is. No, it's way bigger
I
than a
don't know. I'm
trillion.
just
It's it's way bigger than a trillion. I don't
gajillion.
even know what number. I don't even know if that's a real word,
I
man.
know. I think I heard if it was like Futurama. I don't remember.
I think that's a made up number for really big. I don't think it's official.
I really don't remember. Like I don't know. What the hell?
It's
Oh
crazy.
god. Who like wastes their time trying to make up the names and makes it official? Like
Somebody does, apparently.
it's like what the hell? God. Oh my god. You gotta stop smiling for a minute. My mouth is hurting.
One Yoda bit is 1,000 zetabits. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm looking up multiple websites here. There's nothing bigger yet than a Yoda bit.
Then a
So
Yoda bit.
you can get on that one though.
Oh god. God, now saying it like that makes me think, yeah, a terabyte doesn't sound as big now. But for right now it is because that's all like that's the highest we could go. For now. any
I want my next computer to have 1 yottabyte of memory. I will stand for nothing less.
Gosh, if we had one of those in this day and age, who would be set for life? Like literally for life. Like there's no like saying ifs or buts. Like I feel like it's for life on that one.
I'm pretty sure the computer on the Starship Enterprise is at least 50 yottabytes.
50
That's how
yottabytes.
far in the future it probably is, okay?
Oh god.
We're not going to get the yottabytes for that long.
Oh god. I know, huh? God. But yeah, I back to the Switch for a minute. Is there anything else? Well, okay. This is a rumor, and I know it's had to be confirmed, but I would like if this would happen, and I'm pretty sure it will happen in this console generation once the Switch comes out. Virtual console for GameCube games.
Yes, more than likely.
Yeah, because they already have Virtual Console for Wii, DS, Game Boy Advance. I feel like everything except for Virtual Boy. um, and I just thought it was extremely weird that they skipped GameCube and went to Wii on the Wii U. I don't know why they did that, but it was just
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
yeah. So I'm assuming the Switch has to have GameCube. I feel like it just has to. Like, if you want to put a new console-ish downloadable version on there, it has to be the GameCube.
GameCube.
Or that, or
Confirmed.
that, or go a little bit more creative. Like, hey, start putting Dreamcast and Saturn. That'd be kind of cool too.
That would be.
Because
That
on
would
the
be kinda
Wii,
cool.
they went from just Genesis for Genesis for Sega, TurboGrafx, 3DO, Commodore 64, and then of course the rest was Super Nintendo or Super Nintendo. The rest was Nintendo. And then Game Boy Advance and Game Boy and slash Color was on 3DS and Advance for Wii U, and Wii U had the newest one, which is Wii and 64. No, not 64, just Wii. So it just makes sense in a way, because
Well, according to this report here, somebody's saying that GameCube will be coming to Switch with the launch titles of Sunshine, Smash Bros. Melee, and Animal Crossing.
that would make a lot of sense. It really would. That's like three of their top GameCube games. And I'm not really big of a fan of Animal Crossing as much. Because, I don't know.
Yeah, it also includes a possibility of Luigi's Mansion.
I love Luigi's Mansion. I love Luigi's Mansion. I could beat that game in like 3 hours.
And I would agree, those are all big games from the GameCube, but I don't see them, if they were going to launch the Virtual Console, I don't see them launching with 3 of those or even all 4 of those at once. I just don't see that. I would see them, they love to stagger. Nintendo loves to
Well,
stagger. They don't want to give you everything at once.
with the
They really
with the
don't.
Wii U, they released Punch Out, Galaxy 2, and Metroid Prime 3 trilogy. The first like Wii eShop
Yeah,
games.
that's true.
So, and that was three of the top on the Wii. Especially the trilogy collection. My God, that's a sick.
Yeah,
That's a
I
40 $50
I still
game.
haven't played it, but I bought it because I know how rare it is
Yeah,
to find, and I figured that it might I might never get it, especially at the discounted price they were offering it
at the
for at
time.
that time.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I figured I better jump on this now because sooner or later I'm gonna want to play it, and it'll be there at least.
yeah. I actually own the trilogy collection. Um, yeah. So, I don't know. For me, it'd be pretty big for GameCube. Yeah, but it'd be more interesting if they put in like other video game consoles,
Oh
like
yeah, the other
Sega,
thing I was
like
gonna
Dreamcast or
we
Saturn.
were talking about backwards compatibility earlier.
Yeah,
I think it was obvious that it wasn't going to be backwards compatible with the Wii or the Wii U, but
but
I think they're missing the boat on not making it backwards compatible with
D and
3DS
DS.
or DS. Now I can see why that's possible
Yeah.
because it's the screen and stuff, and 3DS and DS are two screens.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
For
They're trying. How do they? Have you ever downloaded a DS game for
Wii U.
your Wii U? Yeah. How does that work?
Actually, I don't know. I'm about to tell you, I don't know. I've not. Uh,
Like, do they make you play one screen on your TV and the other on your
I
console, like
well, we can
on the
we could
pad?
look
That's how I would
we
picture it,
could look it
but
up,
that kind of
but
yeah.
I
I
honestly
don't know
don't
how that
know because I don't
works.
own a single DS, Wii U, Virtual Console game or anything.
The problem with the Switch is once you take the thing out of the part, you can't play it on the TV and the pad, right? It's one or the other, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not both.
I mean, let me look it up right now, because in my like we said, the touch screen would be the gamepad, and the screen on the TV would be the top part of the screen.
Yeah. I would have to assume. Here's the other thing. They have confirmed that when you take it out, it's a touchscreen, right?
Yeah,
Okay. But games cannot go ahead and incorporate touch controls into their games because if they did, you could only play them away from the dock. You see what I'm saying? Because if you put it in the dock and it has touch controls and it's up on your TV, you're not doing it anymore.
yeah.
Like any touch controls that are in these games have got to be 100% optional. They cannot be they cannot put any mandatory touching into the games.
Makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I don't feel like I have to download or anything on the Wii U because a lot of the games on the DS that's on the Wii U shop, I literally already have, or I'm just not interested in them. You know?
Hmm.
That's just me though. I mean, like I literally own a lot of DS games.
Okay. Wii Virtual Shop had a lot of stuff, like a lot of shit. They had they had they had arcade stuff. They had obviously Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, but uh they also had Master System. They had
Yeah, that's right,
Genesis.
Master
They had
System.
TurboGrafx 16. They had Neo Geo. Um,
Neo Geo.
I think they had some. Didn't they used to have some computer games?
Yeah,
Commodore
Commodore 64.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that, that
I don't
was
think.
taken off in 2014.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
But they
I
did
looked it
have
up.
it for a little while.
Yeah.
So, but 3DS has not had a lot of that. The 3DS never really got. They got some NES games, but they didn't get any N64s. They got Super NES was only available on the new 3DS.
I know, that
believe.
pissed me off.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
There were no Sega, no Master System games, no nothing.
Oh,
Only a special collections.
No, they added Game Gear on 3DS. I forgot.
They did.
They added Game Gear.
They added Game Gear, huh?
Yeah, Sega Game Gear.
Well, that's something then.
Yeah, there was like a few titles like Dark Crystal, Sonic Triple Trouble, mostly Sonic ones, but they did add Game Gear games.
But again, Nintendo Switch here, it's listing compatibility for Virtual Console. GameCube is lit up as yes.
Sorry, also forgot one more. The DSiWare.
Ah.
Forgot about that. For the DSi, which is like.
But I wouldn't really call that Virtual Console. They don't even list it here on their pages on their Virtual Console page. They don't list DSi at all. So
Okay.
So that doesn't really count to them.
To them.
But under Nintendo Switch, it says GameCube will be part of the Virtual Console.
Better.
It says yes. It says Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and GameCube, not N64, which I find surprising.
That just doesn't make sense, especially how there's been
Sega.
Especially how there's been N64 games been releasing on the Wii U eShop in like the last few weeks.
There'll be no Sega. There'll be no TurboGrafx 16. There'll be they list no. Here's the real interesting part. Even though it's a duels as a portable, they are not listing any Game Boy games or to be included on this thing.
I'll be surprised if they even added Neo Geo Pocket or Atari or something, but nope.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. So we'll see.
Yeah. We will see for sure. God. I don't know what Nintendo is doing.
I don't know. Nobody knows. The trouble I've seen.
What have you seen?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of shit, man. I've seen a lot of shit.
Okay.
Scary shit, man. You don't want to know what these eyes have seen.
Alright. I've seen things too.
Alright.
You just don't know what I've seen.
Alright, are we done here?
Pretty much. It was not supposed to be this long, but it was fun actually doing it for this long. Well, I feel like it was.
Alright.
Whew. Alright. So, I guess we're done, huh?
We're done then.
Alright, so,
See you later, people.
yeah, and if you liked any of this, please don't forget to either like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below. If you want to go check out CowsCrazy here, there'll be a link in the description as well. His YouTube channel. He does a lot of Let's Plays, way more than I think anyone would. In, 6 years almost going?
It's been 6,
Yeah. And, yeah, you can also follow him on Twitter, which is there, same name, CowsCrazy. And I don't know what else. What you want to say?
That's about it.
About it. All right, so once again, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys all for the next. I would say video game discussion, but this felt more like a podcast for sure. So, whatever. Anyways, see you guys all for the next one. Bye.